Get on your knees and beg. His voice was ice cold, and it froze me in place. I didn't choose this life, a shady bar, my father's gambling debt. Then came Jack Marino, feared kingpin, all power, no mercy, and somehow impossible to resist. He offered me a way out, but it dragged me deeper. I planned to run, but now I'm carrying his child. Chapter 1. Serena. My pulse jumps as I read the message on my phone. I blink, stunned, and turn to Kaylee. I passed, look. She glances at my screen. Passed? Girl, you crushed it. 94%. Meanwhile, I'm probably retaking med terms next semester. Stop rubbing it in like you're celebrating at my funeral. She rolls her eyes and shows me her grade, not a passing score. I hesitate, unsure what to say. We started nursing school together, shared classes, notes, and a lot of bad cafeteria coffee. She's kind, smart, and hilarious. I want to encourage her, but this is her second failed final. Be honest, you bombed it on purpose so we could graduate together, right? Since I've got to take that semester off? I joke gently. She snorts. Oh, totally. I blanked out for fun. Couldn't even guess right on the multiple choice after 3 semesters. Real impressive. Next semester you'll crush it. We'll regroup in the fall and pick up where we left off. Serena, how do you stay so positive? If I flunk one more exam, my parents pull the plug on tuition. I need this. Call me. I'll quiz you. I saved my notes. I'll scan and send them. She groans, pulls me into a hug. You're too nice. Promise you'll text? I'm gonna miss you. Always. It's just 1 semester. She gives me a look. How many breaks have you taken for your dad now? In school or in life? I laugh, but it's strained. He needs me right now. I've got time. You're a saint. My folks would trade me for you in a second. No way, they love you. Please, if I flunk again, I'll be doing back alley Botox to make rent. Cash only. Customers bring their own flashlight. I can't help laughing. It won't come to that. Either way, I need a job. I'm not using a nursing degree just to clean bedpans. You've got this. We both do. Text me, okay? I rush off. I've got a shift at the hospital. I change into scrubs, pull my hair back tight, scrub my hands thoroughly. After grabbing my schedule at the nurse's station, Lara, our shift lead, gives me my rundown. Catheter changes, ostomy care, check vitals, fresh water rounds, and a deep clean in room 617. Got it, I say with a smile and get to work. When I finish helping Mr. Webster, my phone buzzes. I step into the restroom, remove my gloves, and check the voicemail. It's my dad. As I listen, my hand flies to my chest. It's bad, really bad. My first thought isn't even about him. It's panic over my job. If I leave mid-shift again, they'll fire me. I feel sick. I'm trying so hard, but life keeps pulling me under. Still, this is my dad. He always looked out for me. Now it's my turn. I stammer an explanation to Lara, apologizing over and over. Her look tells me it won't be enough. I grab my things and leave without changing. When I get home, I don't even park properly. I throw the door open before the engine's off. He's where I expected, slumped in the kitchen chair just inside the door, blood on his face, barely upright. But this time is worse than anything I've seen before. His eyes are swollen shut. Blood clings to his temple. I drop to my knees. Dad? My voice shakes. He moves slightly, groaning. His fingers twitch toward the phone he must have used to call me. I got here as fast as I could. Can you open your eyes? What happened? I grabbed towels and an ice pack. I've only got $400 to my name, and my next paycheck will be my last. I don't tell him that. He doesn't need the guilt. I clean him up, gently press antiseptic to his cuts. He flinches and curses but stays mostly silent. His wrist is bent at a bad angle. I know it's broken. As I tape his ribs, likely cracked, and wrap his wrist, he starts muttering. The words are slurred, his mouth too swollen. But I hear enough. Something about those guys and $1,000. I check his ribs. His wince confirms it. cracked for sure. I wrap them carefully. Finally, I ask, "Okay, talk to me. What happened?" He mumbles something about March Madness, betting, losing, trying to win it back. "Wait, you've been gambling on credit? How much?" He sighs, 16 grand. I freeze. 16,000? My savings won't even make a dent. "Who do you owe?" He groans, "Philly Shapiro." I nearly collapse into the chair beside him. Philly isn't just some bookie. He's connected. No room for mistakes. "How many payments did you miss?" He lies at first, then finally admits, 3. I gave him $50 on Monday. My stomach turns. $50 on a $16,000 debt? He slouches deeper into the chair. His bruises say everything. He tried to plead his case. They weren't interested. I think of my tuition, my future, all slipping away again. I've worked so hard. And now I'm back where I started, cleaning up his mess. For the first time, I see him not just as my dad, but as a weight I can't keep carrying. I passed pharmacology. That was supposed to be the turning point. Now I need a new plan. Fast.
Chapter 2. Jack. Ronnie's going to hear from me about this. I agreed to cover the bar for a week, even though I hate the place. It reeks of stale smoke from decades past. The walls yellowed like they've been soaked in regret. This isn't a classy joint. It's where the neighborhood's lost souls come to forget they still have rock bottom to hit. Bettino's is where pride goes to die. No pretense, no shame, just men trading dignity for one more drink or another bet they can't afford to lose. The place wears on me. My suit doesn't belong here, and I don't want it brushing up against any of this decay. But the business is profitable, barely. It sells liquor, and the bookies love it, which means there's money in the air if you can stand the stench of desperation. Ronnie said you'd be minding the place while he's out. Must feel strange being back. Bet you ain't stepped in here since you needed a stool to reach the bar, Foz says, lining up glasses. He's not wrong. I stayed out of places like this, even when I was learning the family business. I never had much use for smoky bars and busted poker games. You're right, I say, shaking his hand. But it's a staple. Everyone knows Bettino's. You're the spittin' image of your old man, but you clean up better, Foz says with a chuckle. Don't go getting soft on me, I reply. He laughs, then coughs like he's about to rattle apart. I head for the cluttered back office. I'm sorting through payroll and inventory, both disasters, when Foz knocks. There's a woman out here, he says. A woman? I ask. That's a generous term for Bettino's regulars. She's different. No fake lashes, no fake anything. Never seen her before. Says she's here to speak to the boss. Won't leave. I follow him out. Before she turns around, I already know who he's talking about. She stands confidently near the bar, wearing a red dress that shows just enough leg to make the room take notice. Her dark hair's pinned up, exposing the soft curve of her neck. She doesn't belong here. I clear my throat. She turns. There's a flicker of recognition in her eyes. Blackjack Marino, she says quietly. The one and only, Foz grins like I'm a celebrity exhibit. Should I curtsy or something? She says, snapping back with attitude. She's brave. I'll give her that. Most men go pale when they find out who I am. I size her up once to assert control, and again because, well, she's hard to ignore. I'd kiss your ring, but I don't see one, she adds. What's the protocol with someone like you? I say nothing. Just wait. Silence always makes them talk. I'm Serena Mayfield, My father, Joel, owes Mr. Shapiro a lot of money. I'm hoping to work out a payment plan. You're here to cover your dad's debt, I say, voice low. She looks too soft for this world. Sending her in here is like tossing a dove into a pit of wolves. I want to find her father and break his nose for dragging her into this. The bar's regulars are already eyeing her. I feel the urge to throw a coat over her or rip someone's eyes out. Even the younger Nelson kid is lurking, all fake charm and hungry stares. If he so much as winks at her, I might rearrange his smile permanently. Then I feel something in my chest. Not just anger. A tight pull beneath my collarbone. Instinct. I want to shield her. She's clueless about the danger. Every guy here is imagining things I won't say out loud. I'm no saint. I'm thinking them too. But there's something about her that holds me back. That's not how things work around here, I say flatly. Then how do they work? She fires back. They work the way I say they do. I pause, then add, we're short a waitress tonight. You can help out while I figure out your options. How much does he owe? I didn't say, she mutters, then straightens. 16,000. Time to earn your keep then. Get an apron. Foz will show you what's what. Meet me after your shift. I'll draw up something. Why am I offering this? We don't do payment plans. We collect cash or collateral. But something about her throws off my usual rhythm. Instead of heading back to the office, I stay, watching. She's trying. Red dress, red lips, high heels she can't walk in, but she moves with purpose. Her posture is all wrong for this place. Too upright, too precise. She's used to hospital corridors, not sticky bar floors. She fidgets, glances at the exit, clearly out of place, but still here, still working. I've seen loyalty, but this is something else. Some men make the women in their lives carry their shame. I've always hated that. At the rate our servers earn, it would take her 200 shifts to pay that debt. And we don't wait that long. She offers to refill my drink. Our eyes meet. There's steel in her stare. She's not here to beg. She's here to solve a problem, and she won't back down. How long do you think you'll have to work to pay this off? And what's stopping him from racking up another tab while you do? I ask, my voice low. As long as it takes, she replies, calm and sure, not scared, just determined. Ever heard of enabling? I prod. No time for pop psychology, she snaps. I lean back, smiling. She's fire under pressure. And for some reason, I want to see what she'll do next. 10 months, I say evenly. And that's if every tip you make goes straight toward your dad's debt. And that's without factoring in interest. Interest, she echoes, clearly irritated. What kind of scam is that? It's standard. I stay calm. His signature's on the marker. He agreed to the terms. Interest jumps to 35% after 30 days. It's all there in black and white. You're telling me a paper my dad signed, tied to an illegal bet, is enforceable? You'd have to be crazy to take that to court and admit to racketeering in the process. She fires back. Her words are sharp, but there's a spark in her eyes. Fair point, I concede, cracking a small smile. We don't rely on courts. So what's it take to keep him from getting hurt again? Your father crossed the wrong line. He didn't pay back what he owed, and it's a bigger problem than either of you can fix quickly. Then why loan him the money in the first place? Why not? He's a grown man. He knew the stakes. This wasn't a mistake. It was ego. He doesn't deserve to be beaten for it, she says, her mouth set firm, daring me to argue. You're right. He doesn't. But you don't either. And from what I've heard, this isn't his first time playing with fire and getting burned. That's my dad. What I choose to do about him isn't your concern. It became my concern the moment he tied himself to my business, and now you're stepping into the mess. Yes, I am. There's a pull between us. Maybe the way she looks at me, maybe the scent of strawberries on her lip gloss. I want to close the space between us, to taste that fire. That puts me in a tight spot, I admit. Her brow lifts. Let me guess. This is the part where you threaten to break his legs or tell me I've got to start dancing at some seedy club to pay off the bill. She's inches from me and still mouthing off. I'm impressed and distracted. Business-wise, the easiest solution is to make your dad disappear, I say, blunt. He's a liability. Every day he walks around unpaid makes us look weak. If I order it, it's done. But then you'd never forgive me. Her sass fades. Her lips tighten, eyes wide. She looks stunned, like I just took the floor out from under her. She doesn't beg. Not yet. And for some reason, I hope she doesn't. She shouldn't have to be here. You've got some risk in you, I say. Never even played the lottery, she replies. Still, you came here, ready to play a game you didn't understand, because the stakes matter to you. That makes me sound stupid. Isn't there a saying about not betting what you can't afford to lose? I wouldn't know, I shrug. Not big on fortune cookie wisdom. You keep saying we. This isn't a group decision. It's your call. The guy who normally handles it is out. Surgery, I mutter. Prostate. He's recovering. I forced him to take time off. You must care about him. You clearly hate this place. Yet here you are. I know what you're doing. It's clever, but it won't work. I wouldn't take a bullet for the guy, and I sure as hell wouldn't work off 16 grand for him. So why do you care if I forgive you? She asks, picking up the thread I'd hoped she'd miss. I don't. Why would I? She lets out a laugh, short, dry, bitter. You lie worse than I do. That must be a liability in your business. I don't lie often. I've got nothing to hide. Except just now. You tried to lie to me, think I wouldn't notice? No, I answer fast. I don't want her thinking I see her as dumb. I don't know why I said it. Caught off guard, she teases, a sly smile tugging at her mouth. What wouldn't you do for your father? I ask, needing to know. Smart people don't answer questions like that. Too risky. I've already got the upper hand, and no, I don't own a strip club. If I did, I wouldn't throw you on stage for tips. I'm 24, she snaps, clearly offended. I smirk, enjoying the reaction. She squares her shoulders, annoyed, and takes a step back. I've got tables to manage, unless you want me in debt forever. Maybe I like you owing me, I say, voice low. Then tell me the terms. I don't agree to anything blindly. You got another job? Any backup plan? I'm standing here, aren't I? If this place is the wolf's door, I guess I already knocked. You're not some fairy tale girl, I say, letting my eyes trace her figure. She lifts her chin, straightens like she knows I'm looking, and doesn't mind. She doesn't bolt, doesn't flinch. Her gaze stays locked on mine. I don't want to mistake desperation for desire, but something about this moment makes me want to. Still, I wave her off toward the bar. Get back to work. Then I retreat to the office, telling myself it's just to get things done. Not because I need distance. Even I don't buy that lie.
Chapter 3. Serena. Heat rushes through me like I've stepped into a furnace. It's not just physical, it's something deeper, magnetic. My breath shortens, and a tingle spreads across my skin. My whole body reacts to the way he looks at me, like I'm a puzzle he's already solved. For a second, I close my eyes, and a flash of fantasy hits. His mouth on mine, his hands claiming places no one's touched in too long. I jolt myself back to reality. Number. I am not fantasizing about a man who calmly talked about eliminating my father like it was a business transaction. I don't want him. I'm not here to flirt or play games. He hasn't asked for anything inappropriate, and I'm not offering. That's not how this works. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel something. Some pull. The kind that messes with your logic and makes your heart beat too fast. I square my shoulders and remind myself who I am. I won't act desperate. I won't chase his approval. If anything, I'll keep playing the role he gave me. Server, worker, nothing more. If he sees that I'm serious, that I'm not going anywhere, maybe that earns something. Respect, mercy, time. I won't beg. I won't flirt. I'll outlast him. That's the play. I return to the floor, taking orders and dodging stares. Most of the men are focused on a poker app. Between rounds, I catch a break and make my way over to the bartender. Thanks for letting me jump in tonight, I say. I'm still figuring out how to handle all this. He family? Foz asks, not looking up as he makes change. My dad. Foz nods, his face softening. That's tough. If it were a boyfriend, you could walk away. Blood's different. Exactly. There's something worn and gentle about Foz. His eyes are tired, his skin pale under the yellow lights, but he feels grounded, like someone who's been here long enough to see it all. Lucky the boss is here tonight, he says. Ronnie would have sent you packing. The one with the surgery? Yeah, caught it early. He's stubborn, though. Wouldn't have taken a break if Jack hadn't insisted. Jack can be a pain when he wants something done, just like his old man. I pause, surprised by the reverence in his voice. I'd always imagined Alfredo Marino burning in hell, not being remembered fondly. So Ronnie usually runs this place? That's right, but Philly Shapiro's the one your dad got tangled up with. He'll show up later. That's when the real action starts. Bets paid out, drinks flowing. If there's ever a time for big tips, it's then. Makes no sense to me. Win money just to give it away celebrating? Human nature, maybe. I've got kids. Some of them hate that I still work here. Think it's beneath me. But this bar's part of my life. I grew up here. I've seen things go bad for people who thought they were better than the crowd. He glances at me with a knowing smile. Weakness comes in different flavors. I nod slowly. That hits hard. Foz doesn't pretend to be better. He just shows up night after night. I almost envy his kids, someone consistent even if it's not perfect. Then the guilt slams into me. My dad's hurt. I should be grateful he's alive, not standing here wishing I'd been raised by someone else. We all do what we can, I murmur, trying not to show how much his words affected me. I'm painfully aware of how much I've judged everyone in this place. The regulars, the staff, even my father. But tonight I'd do anything, bend the rules, lie if I had to, just to keep him safe. And that makes me exactly like everyone else in here.
Chapter 4. Jack. It's the fourth night in a row I've driven from the office straight to Bettino's. On the way, my phone rings. Ronnie. How are you holding up? I ask, easing into a parking spot behind the bar. Like hell warmed over, he wheezes with a weak laugh. You know you don't have to be there every night, right? Foz could handle everything except the books. You've got remote access now. I've got it covered. You sleeping at all? If you're working days at the office and nights at the bar, you're running 20-hour shifts. You're the boss. Delegate. Focus on your recovery. I've got things handled. Barb says thanks for the flowers and food. Said they had to wheel those flowers in like hospital royalty. Just wanted her to know we're thinking of you both. Did she get the gift bag? She did. Blanket, slippers, all of it. She's been pestering me with crossword clues since this morning. Asked what movie won Best Picture in 2021 like I wasn't already dazed on painkillers. I chuckle. Glad she's enjoying it. How's business? Steady. Numbers are solid. Foz hasn't flagged anything. Good. Appreciate you stepping in. Never thought I'd see a Merino behind the bar. Let's not make it a habit, I mutter. You had any trouble? I'm just keeping the peace. My face in the room makes people behave. Smart. I'll be by tomorrow. Try it, and I'll have Foz change the locks. You show up before Monday, and you'll regret it. Rest. Heal. Okay. Message received. I'm heading in. Go to sleep. Truth is, I'm not here for the spreadsheets. I come for the redhead in sneakers and a Jets tee, the one who speaks her mind and never fakes a smile for me. Serena Mayfield. Lisa and Heather have the floor covered. Serena fits in better than I expected. Works hard, doesn't complain, keeps her head down. But I still catch the way she flinches when certain regulars get too friendly. I sit in my usual spot, a two-top between the office and the bar, with a clear view of both exits and the back table where Philly holds court. Background music hums, Springsteen, Bon Jovi, the anthems of men who've lost more than they care to admit. Foz spots me and gives a nod. My table technically belongs to Lisa's section, but she always steps aside. Everyone knows Serena brings my drink. She's across the room, talking to a woman with Craig Barger. He cleaned up for the night, collared shirt, cologne. Looks like a date. Serena points toward the restroom and turns. She sees me. The easy smile drops. She crosses the room and stops at my table. Water? She asks, flat. Whiskey, neat. Same exchange as the last 3 nights. No small talk, no eye contact longer than necessary. She's traded heels and dresses for jeans and a tee. Her hair's tied up. I miss seeing it down. And still, every night I leave here around 2 a.m., wound tight and restless. It's her. The way she walks, the way she talks back, the way she haunts my thoughts. I wish I'd taken the water. Whiskey only adds heat to the fire she's lit inside me. I need to talk on my break, she says. Not a question, a statement. I almost push back, but something about her tone makes me hold off. Instead, I nod. 20 minutes? I'll be in the office. I take my drink and head back. Inside, I ditch the jacket and roll up my sleeves. The office is warm. I switch on the lights and lean on the desk, trying to focus. She probably wants to talk repayment, lay out a plan. I'm not the kind of man who takes advantage. But I won't lie. The thought has crossed my mind. I want her. Badly. It's not just attraction. It's need. She enters quietly and closes the door. Her shirt's knotted at the waist now, revealing a sliver of skin. Even the scent of her makes my blood spike. I stay behind the desk. We lock eyes. What do you need? I ask, cool and detached. I'm not asking for help exactly, she starts. Maybe advice, options. I recognize the play. Appeal to power. Come off vulnerable. She's no damsel, but she's playing the part well. Almost too well. I don't blink. Try again. She sighs. Damn, that was my best move. I sit. You can't pretend to be helpless when you walked in here, took the job and nailed it from day one. You're competent. That card's already played. If you had believed me, what would you have said? Nothing you'd want to hear. Then why shouldn't I be angry? I'm stuck paying for his mistakes. That was your call. Survival of the fittest. Don't throw nature metaphors at me, she snaps. In the wild, it's kill or be killed, not dragged out over months to punish the prey. Feels good at numbers, not mercy. You've got the power. Why not cut one guy a break? You need more cars? More toys? I've got enough. Then maybe you just like the drama. Rich men do. Is that why I'm here? No, she says. You're deliberate. Everything you do feels calculated, like it's part of a larger plan. And what's my plan, Serena? I lean forward, hands steepled, waiting to hear what she thinks she knows. I can't quite figure you out, she says. On the surface, you're helping out a friend, even though it's clearly beneath your usual standards. You don't belong here, not really. Why's that? I ask, more interested in her answer than I should be. She gestures toward me. Your suit, for starters, looks like something a celebrity would wear. Maybe Austin Butler or Ryan Gosling stepping out of a hotel in something custom-tailored. You look expensive, and yet here you are. Why not send someone else to run this place? Why be here every night, sitting in my section? I lose sleep wondering about it. You lie awake thinking about me? I tease. She rolls her eyes. Yeah, fine. I said it. Not because I'm fantasizing. You're just interesting. You've got that whole mysterious thing going on. I doubt I'm the only woman wondering what's behind it. You're the only one I've asked, I say. So what exactly have you been thinking? She laughs, flustered. Despite appearances, barging in here, trying to waitress off my dad's debt, blurting personal things, I'm not dumb enough to answer that. My break's short, and I came in here for a reason. Not to talk about how good you look with your sleeves rolled up or how you've been on my mind when I should be thinking about normal, responsible things. Then cut to the chase. She sighs, spreading her hands. What do I need to do? About what, exactly? The debt? Or the part where I've been stuck in your head? All of it. The money, my dad, school, having a life that isn't just about cleaning up his disasters. I let that sit a beat. You make a decision, stick to it, and you tell your dad this was the last time, no more rescues. You mean so you don't come after him again? I don't kill people. She gives me a look, clearly not buying it, but she holds her tongue. I get involved when necessary. I don't hide behind other people. But mostly, I manage things now. And right now, you need to talk to Philly. Pretty sure he's not offering layaway plans for deadbeat gamblers. And if I wanted to talk to Philly, I'd be spending this break with him, not you. You don't owe me the money. Maybe not. But you're the one in charge. Jack. She says my name like it means something more. So what were you hoping I'd say? I don't know. Yeah, you do. What were you ready to offer? I really don't know. One night with you? Would that clear the debt? What? No, I'm not selling myself. Then what do you bring to the table? I've got nursing skills. I can help people. Discreetly. You've already offered that. It's not much, she admits. But then her voice hardens. But it's something. I didn't say it wasn't. Might be useful. You're impossible, she says. You talk in riddles and never land anywhere. You want clarity? Fine. I can't sleep either. Because I keep thinking about you. About what it means that you walked in here. About how to make you mine. She blinks. Color rushes to her cheeks. That's it? She whispers. Not quite. I've got a bet with myself that if you'd let me, I could make you fall apart in 3 minutes. Any place, any time. She stiffens. Her jaw tightens, but her body doesn't move away. She's flushed, breathing faster. I add more gently. I've never accepted that kind of offer. I wouldn't start now, but if I did, it'd be worth far more than $16,000. Don't sell yourself. You're not a number. Would Philly take that offer? She asks, barely above a whisper. Not if he values his life. Her brow furrows. What does that mean? It means if he ever lays a hand on you, I'll personally deliver his remains to his family. She stares at me. Why? Because no one gets to hurt you. Not while I'm around. Not ever. You don't have to protect me. I can take care of myself. You've been doing that for a long time, I know, but I'm clearing the debt. You're done here. Go home. Tell your father this was the last time. Finish school. Live your life. I don't want charity. I can afford it. I want to earn my way. Then earn it. Just not here. I didn't come here for a handout. It's the only way out. Take it. Don't come back. You don't belong here. I was wrong to hire you. This life? It's poison. Cut ties before it pulls you under. I'm not a child. I rise from the desk, my frustration boiling over. If you don't walk out now, you're going to get more than a lecture. I grab her arm, not rough, but firm. The contact burns. Her skin is soft, her pulse fast beneath my fingertips. She steps closer instead of backing away. You're pushing me out because you're afraid of what happens if I stay. Serena, I growl. Go! Now! One hand holds her arm. My other fist clenches, trying to keep myself in check. This isn't just desire. It's something deeper, something dangerous. She doesn't look away. She meets my gaze, and in that second, I know she sees exactly what I'm thinking.
Chapter 5 Serena. I'm not leaving, I say, steady and sure. Jack Marino stands in front of me, the infamous mob boss, womanizer, and now the man who's completely unraveled my resolve. His expression is unreadable, caught somewhere between desire and restraint. He runs a hand through his perfectly styled hair, leaving it tousled in a way that's somehow even more magnetic. Then, without warning, he leans in, his breath warm at my ear. You had your chance. My skin lights up at the contact. He brushes his lips over the side of my neck, and an involuntary sound escapes me, a cross between a gasp and a whimper. It's mortifying. I want to disappear, until I see his grin. Let's see what else I can pull from you, he says, amused. When his mouth finds my jaw, something sparks. It shoots through my body like a live wire. I grip his shirt without thinking, needing something to hold on to. That's right, he whispers. Don't let go. Heat floods my cheeks, and I pull back just slightly. What are you thinking? He asks, his tone low, but he doesn't push. Nothing, I lie. This is a bad idea. Definitely. The worst ones always are, he says with a slow, dangerous smile. Everything about him is pure temptation, the voice, the hands, the confidence. When his fingers trail across my lower back where my shirt is tied up, I shiver. It's just skin, but it feels like so much more. Your place or mine? He asks. Yours. I'm staying with my dad. Again. He's been in trouble before. Jack's body stiffens. I feel his jaw tighten before he cups my face gently, but there's anger in his grip. That ends now, he says, teeth clenched. Part of me braces for a reaction, yelling, frustration. But instead, I find myself reaching for him. His hand is rough, his expression stormy, and something about that unfiltered emotion draws me in. My chest brushes his. I look up into his eyes, half hoping he'll kiss me again, this time with nothing held back. Whatever self-control he had snaps. The teasing fades. What's left is raw, unfiltered need. His mouth claims mine, not gently, but like he's starving. I kiss him back with the same hunger, hands in his hair, body pressed tight. We're losing control, and the fact that people are just outside the door doesn't even register anymore. His tongue moves against mine, and I can't stop myself from pushing against him. My breath catches as he grips my hips, pressing me closer, letting me feel exactly how much he wants me. He breaks the kiss just enough to speak. You're soaked. I can feel it. His words make me bite my lip, overwhelmed. I could take you right here, right now, he breathes. In the car, against the door, before we even reach my bed. My fingers trail along his mouth. I want more. I want all of him. We're going to my place, he says, voice rough, absolute. He already knows he doesn't need to ask. My body betrayed me long ago. The tension is unbearable. We couldn't fake calm even if we tried. He kisses me again, slower this time but no less intense. My legs tremble. My pulse roars. Then his hand grazes my stomach. His fingers dip lower. How much wetter can you get for me? He murmurs, teasing. He flexes his fingers against my jeans, the contact stealing my breath. I feel the zipper tug, the brush of knuckles, then his touch finds me, bold, deliberate. I gasp, the air leaving my lungs as his fingers explore, just enough to make me ache. Then, just as suddenly, he pulls back. Not yet, he says with a smirk. He takes my hand and leads me toward the door. We're not going to make it out of here fast enough.
Chapter 6, Dasht and Jack. I've got Serena's hand in mine, fingers woven tight as we head to my car. The air is cool, but we're both flushed, breathless, burning with urgency. My thoughts are racing ahead. How long until we get to my place? Could I kiss her in the car? Touch her just enough to hold her over? I press her lightly against the door and kiss her. What starts as a soft brush of lips quickly turns deeper, hotter. I wrap her in my arms and lift her off the ground, her hands tangled in my hair. For a second, the world fades. Then my phone buzzes. I glance at the screen. Only a few contacts are allowed to break through. This one's Lynette, my cousin and right hand. What? I answer reluctantly. Still at the bar? She asks. Serena's head rests against my shoulder, and I kiss her hair without thinking. The moment is intimate and over. Yeah. I rerouted a situation to you. Louis's been hit, Vincenzo's in Sicily, and we've got no backup. Sicily? Great timing. How bad is it? Leg shot. Not critical, but he needs help. You're closer. Send him in through the back. You think I'm sending my husband in through the front for a bouncer to card him? Please. I hang up and turn to Serena. We've got a situation. You meant what you said about first aid. She's still catching her breath, but nods. Of course. Change of plans, I say. Lynette's husband needs you. Show me the gloves, she replies, already shifting gears. I could kiss you. You already did, she says with a smirk. Now I'm digging out bullets. You sure you didn't grow up in this world? Didn't your mom ever teach you not to start something you can't finish? She did, but I think she meant schoolyard fights. In minutes, Serena is suited up. Disposable gown on, gloves, headlamp ready. We pull the emergency medical kit from the closet. Every one of my places has one. Standard practice. Johnny and Luke carry Louis in, slumped between them, looking more drunk than wounded. A bandana tied around his leg is already soaked. Louis, it's Jack. Lynette called. You're gonna be fine. Serena's got you. Hurts like hell, he mutters. Serena's focused, already slicing his jeans to examine the wound. They missed the artery, she tells me quietly. But there's probably nerve damage. I nod. I watch her hands move with calm precision. She gets the bullet out with minimal digging, stitches the wound like a pro, and patches him up. She has me help roll him so she can give him a shot, then gets him sitting up with water and ibuprofen. I snap a quick photo for Lynette. Proof of life. Thanks, Louis groans, getting to his feet with our help. You were a great patient, Serena says. Most people don't pass out right on cue. I'd leave a 5-star review, but I'm not looking to advertise bullet wound repair. Just tell your wife to keep the wound dry. Sponge baths. Yes, ma'am. Once he's out the door, we clean up. You were incredible, I tell her. It's nothing. You should see me change a catheter. I'll pass, I laugh. I'm telling Philly. Why would he care? Because the guy you just stitched up is his son. Her smile drops. You think that means anything to him? Maybe next time he'll tell the thugs to leave my dad's face alone. No, but maybe he'll knock some off the bill. I'm a CNA. This barely gets me minimum wage. Not tonight. Doctor's fee after midnight? Easy $5,000. Maybe more. You're joking. Louis's going to be a dad soon. That's worth something to Philly. Still doesn't feel right to take that kind of credit. You earned it. Why argue? Because it doesn't feel like paying my dad's debt. Not really. Call it a coupon code then. I'm talking to Philly. Wash up. Tell Foz you'll be out in a minute. He won't dock me? He knows you were with me. Serena proved something tonight. Not just skill, but grit. And that rare thing most people lose, integrity. I step into the back where Philly's guys stand guard. You here? Yeah. Opened a text thinking it was some dumb meme. Bam. Louis's leg wide open. She fixed him up. Same girl whose dad you had roughed up. Yeah, I know. That guy's a mess. That was worth at least $5,000, maybe $8. Your call. Lynette was livid. Never argue with a pregnant woman, Jackie. You want your grandkid named after you? Then maybe don't keep charging interest on that debt. Philly groans. She'll say I don't exist if I push it. Then don't. Louis's still breathing because of her. Remember that when you balance your books. He nods. Conversation over.
Chapter 7. Serena. Jack's acting like I just performed a miracle and it's throwing me off. Sure, I handled the bullet wound and kept my cool, but part of me feels weird about being praised for it, like I'm trying to get something out of someone else's pain. I know it was a gunfight, not some accident, but I still don't want special treatment because of it. I close my eyes and breathe deep, counting backward from 100 to stay calm. What really has me rattled, though, is the firestorm of tension brewing between me and Jack Marino. Whatever we've got going on, it's intense. More than I bargained for. I've seen worse in hospitals, more blood, more chaos. But this wasn't just another shift. One moment I was helping a wounded man, the next I was face to face with the fact that I'm not just a bartender or a temp worker, I'm smack in the middle of this world now. And maybe worse, I've crossed a line. I let myself touch Jack. Let him touch me. Every nerve ending in my body feels like it's been shocked back to life. I didn't even know I had that kind of reaction in me. It's like my entire sex drive came crashing back, no warning, no breaks. This kind of tension, it should build slowly, over time, not explode out of nowhere like lightning. But with Jack, it's not just chemistry, it's gravity. My instincts say to cling to him like he's the only steady thing in the chaos. I busy myself cleaning the office even though it was never clean to start with. I just need something to do, anything to stop thinking. But then, I feel him. He's right behind me. His hand rests lightly on my arm. His presence soaks into the space between us. "You were amazing," he says. I glance back at him. Whatever he sees in my face, he gives me a quiet nod. "You okay?" he asks. "Sure," I answer, keeping my tone light. "If you're having second thoughts about Louis, about being around all this, he got shot because of the life he's in, not because of me," I cut in. "Unless you're hiding a gun and time machine, you're off the hook. Pretty sure you were with me when it happened." He smiles, genuine, surprised, and a little crooked. It softens him, makes him look almost boyish. I face him fully. "Jack," I say slowly, "I don't usually do this. Hooking up with someone I barely know, acting on impulse. I've always played it safe, always been the responsible one. But I'm neck deep in my dad's screw-ups again, and I'm just tired of missing out on everything. I want to do something reckless. Just once." "So I'm the reckless thing," he replies with a smirk. I cringe. "I'm not trying to make it sound bad." "What, you're not proposing?" he teases. "Good. You got the wrong guy for that." "I don't know how this goes," I admit. "The rules for a one-night stand? Enlighten me." Rule 1, stop overthinking it. "Are you saying I talk too much?" "Absolutely," he says without hesitation. "But I like listening to you talk." Suddenly, I can't think of a single thing to say. And for once, I'm okay with that.
Chapter 8. Jack. I buckle her seatbelt because her hands are trembling too much to manage it herself. That shaky, wide-eyed energy, I live for it. She's clearly never felt this kind of pull before. And knowing I'm the one who lit that fuse? Yeah, it hits different. At a red light, she twists toward me and reaches across the console. That's all the green light I need to steal another kiss. She tastes like summer and something sweet I can't name. I lose myself in her mouth until a car behind us honks. I don't care enough to even acknowledge them. By the time we hit the elevator, she's leaning into the corner, flushed and breathing hard. I cage her in with my arms, lift her just enough to rest against the brass rail behind her. She's expecting me to lose control here. I'm not going to, yet. I've waited this long. I can wait another few minutes, I tell her. But if you need a head start, I'm ready to help. She just buries her face in my shoulder, arms draped around my neck. There's something about her silence that feels tender, vulnerable. When the elevator dings, I wrap my arm around her, hold her close as we step into my place. She doesn't stop to gawk at the penthouse or the view. She's all instinct now. The scent of her skin, the feel of her pressed against me. It short-circuits every rational thought I have. I lift her in my arms and carry her straight to my bedroom. The bed's massive, a centerpiece in a room built for indulgence. I plan to see her spread across it, nothing between us. But then it hits me. This was supposed to be one night. Just a release, Yet here I am, aching with something I can't name, wishing I could give her more than this, wishing I could take away every bad hand life's dealt her. She lies back, eyes locked on mine, trusting me. My hands trail over her, peeling away layers of clothes like I'm uncovering something sacred. The moment I taste her, the world stops spinning. She's fire and silk, and I'm lost. She trembles beneath me, her fingers tangled in my hair, and I swear, this isn't just lust anymore. Then she stops me. "Are you okay?" she asks, standing there in nothing but her shirt, face flushed. Her voice isn't scared. It's real, genuine. I can't even speak. She touches my cheek, looks straight into me. "This isn't about forgetting my problems," she says. "It's about you. I want you." And that's it. That's the moment. I kiss her hard, pulling her close. She climbs into my lap, starts unbuttoning my shirt, and every brush of her hands sets me on fire. When her skin meets mine, it's electric. I grip her wrists, needing to ground myself. She presses her forehead to mine, eyes fluttering shut. We breathe the same air. Then I roll us over, pin her to the mattress. Her mouth opens, breathless and needy. We move together like this was always meant to happen. There's no thinking now, just instinct, heat, connection. She whispers my name, desperate for more. I give in, completely. And whatever this is, whatever happens next, I already know. I'm not walking away from it unchanged. I feel her clench around me, and it's everything. The tension, the release, it hits hard and fast. I groan into her neck, her fingers digging into my skin as we ride it out together. The warmth spills between us, and for a second, it's like time stalls. Her body trembles, her hand gripping me like she doesn't want to let go. I press a soft kiss to her lips. We're tangled, still catching our breath. Her eyes are wide, her expression stunned. "Serena," I whisper, still hovering over her. "That was unreal," she finishes, almost in disbelief. "That's not how it usually goes for me." I raise an eyebrow but don't push. Her laugh is breathy, shy. "Let's not stroke your ego too much." We don't stop. We can't. It's like gravity pulls us back into each other over and over. By dawn, we're still wrapped up in each other. At 5 a.m., she's curled on my chest, her cheek pressed against my heart. I pull the sheet over us, and she sighs, settling in deeper. Then she stirs, kisses my chest, and slides her hand down. Her body shifts until she's straddling me again. We both gasp when we connect, and I help guide her down. She moves with confidence now, no hesitation. When her eyes meet mine, she says it like a secret. "I can feel every inch of you." Her hips roll, and I catch the tremble that runs through her. I reach between us to touch her, watch her expression change. "I can't believe this," she breathes, voice cracking with pleasure. She collapses on my chest, and for a moment, it feels like the world's faded away. Later, she checks the clock and groans. 6 in the morning. We didn't sleep. "Come here," I say, opening my arms. She hesitates, then settles into me like she belongs there. Her heartbeat thuds softly against my ribs. Her breath, warm and steady, washes over my skin. I tighten my arms around her. I don't usually do this, holding someone after, but with her it feels right. Comfortable. Dangerous, maybe. I sit up, restless. Her hand slides gently along my back. "You good?" she mumbles. "Yeah, not really tired." She laughs, lazy and satisfied. "You should be. You didn't exactly take it easy on me." "You didn't complain," I reply, grinning. "I liked it. All of it." Her cheeks flush again, but her eyes gleam. There's mischief there now. "Is it weird that I liked being your undoing?" "Totally weird, but I liked it too." We laugh, and the tension that had crept into my spine earlier melts away under her touch. Her fingers stroke the back of my neck, slow and gentle. "Did you freak out?" she asks softly. Why would I? Just felt real, like we weren't pretending, like we saw each other. I swallow hard. She's not wrong. "I thought this would just be about fun," she adds. "A wild moment to feel alive again. But then you looked at me. Really looked. And it wasn't just about the sex anymore." I don't answer right away. I'm staring at her, wondering how the hell this woman walked into my life and turned everything upside down in one night. "I didn't expect it either," I say finally. "Didn't see it coming." She smiles, brushes her thumb over my jaw, and just like that, I know this night, this woman, is going to change everything.
Chapter 9. Serena. Jack keeps coming back. Same table, same drink, like clockwork. Our routine falls into place like it's always been there. Even when the bar owner returns, Jack doesn't send anyone else. He's always the one picking me up after my shift. No car service, no stand-in, just him. Sometimes we barely make it to his place before things get heated. Other times we make it to the bed, but just barely. Now and then, someone ends up in the back office needing patching up. It's like the chaos fuels Jack. After I stitch up a stab wound one night, he can't wait. We don't even make it to the car before he's on his knees, lifting my skirt, devouring me like I'm the only thing keeping him alive. His calls are never casual. "Where are you?" No hello, just that gravelly demand. That voice does things to me. I give him my location, and he's there in under 3 minutes, even though I was sure he was nowhere near my side of town. "Everything okay?" I ask, breath catching from just being near him. He doesn't say a word right away, just shifts into park and turns to me. His expression makes my heart stumble. I expect him to end it, or to reach for me like he can't wait. But he just touches my face. His hand is warm and steady. I trace the crease between his brows. "What is it?" "I miss you," he says. His voice cracks slightly like the words caught him off guard. He leans in and kisses me. It's soft, gentle, real, right there in the parking lot outside a rundown strip mall. My hands grip his wrists. I never want that kiss to end. "You see me every day," I whisper, needing him to say more. "It's not enough. I walked out of a meeting because I couldn't stand another minute without hearing your voice, without touching you." His mouth trails to my neck and I melt. Then I ruin it. "Please, my love," I murmur, breathless. He stiffens, like I slapped him. I instantly regret it. "I didn't mean it," I blurt. "I got carried away." His voice hardens. "I knew this would get messy. I shouldn't have dragged you into this." "You didn't drag me. I walked in, eyes open." Still, I crossed lines, made choices I shouldn't have. "Well, I made some of those choices too," I say. "I'm not in love with you. I don't want anything from you, no strings. But I feel the weight of what we've been, of what it's becoming. And so does he." "You're loyal," he says. "You never ask for anything. You keep things quiet. You've got backbone most people don't. And I'm starting to care more than I should. I leave meetings just to see you. I can't sit still anymore without thinking about you." His voice is ragged. I reach out and run my fingers along his jaw. "Let's eat," I say. "What?" "We're hangry. That's why this is spiraling." He grabs my wrist and presses my hand to his cheek. I feel something shift in both of us, something unspoken but undeniable. Where do you take a hangry woman? Someplace cheap and fast. I don't do cheap and fast, he teases. Everything I've had has been. Doesn't mean I won't take it if it's good. He grins. This is my chance to change that. With sandwiches and orange soda? Might just work. We pick up turkey sandwiches and sit on a bench outside. I steal a bite of his pickle. Want the rest? He offers. Only if you're not being suggestive. He laughs, gathers our trash, and grabs my hand. If you want me, just say so, he murmurs, mouth brushing my ear. Instead of heading home, he takes me to his private club. It's got that old world feel, dark wood, leather chairs, crystal on the shelves. We're escorted to a private lounge. The staff reminds us to ring if we need anything. Jack just waves him off. What is this place, I ask, half joking. Where you come to sip whiskey and hide when your penthouse feels too roomy? It's where I meet clients off the record. Private, stalked, and discreet. His voice is low and suggestive, sending a flush down my neck. I walk toward him, stretched across a burgundy leather couch like temptation personified. My body's already pulsing with need, trained now to expect what his touch will do. Jack slides out of his blazer, revealing strong shoulders and the hint of chest hair beneath his crisp white shirt. My breath catches. I grin, and he notices. He reaches up, traces the neckline of my shirt, and lifts a brow. I nod before I even realize it. With a quick tug, the fabric rips down the middle. My chest heaves, not from fear, but from the rush of desire. Leaning down, I press a kiss to his cheek. The stubble scrapes deliciously. I'm not wearing a bra, and now I'm thankful. There's no barrier between his rough palms and my aching skin. His hands roam, kneading gently, then teasing me until I dig my fingers into his hair, silently begging. He pulls back, amused and aroused. One hand slides to my thigh, pushing my shorts aside. His fingers skim my panties, pressing between my lips, and my hips jump. A groan slips from his lips. He finds his way inside me, one finger then two. My nails mark his shoulder. In a blink, my shorts are gone. He bends me back and lowers his mouth to me, tongue moving in slow, firm circles. Pleasure builds. His fingers curl just right. He watches me, drinks in every sound I make. Then, without a word, he shifts, settling back and guiding me into his lap. Sit on my face, he says, calm, confident. I freeze. My face goes hot. It's too much, too forward. But he doesn't let go. His touch stays gentle. His eyes stay on mine. Then his fingers move again, coaxing and patient, drawing more pleasure from me until my hesitation fades. Music plays faintly overhead, and somehow he moves in rhythm with it. I come again and again. I pull open his shirt, run my tongue along his chest. He touches my back, trails a finger down my spine, kisses my throat. I reach between us. His zipper's down, and he's hard. I straddle him. He holds my waist and helps me sink down onto him slowly. My breath catches as I adjust, my body learning to accommodate every inch. His hands cradle my hips. He kisses me. Our pace finds its rhythm. There's nothing fast or mindless. It's deep, steady, consuming. He strokes me gently, fingers circling that sensitive spot with care. You shaved for me, he says with a grin, so I could see how perfect you are. My eyes dart down. His touch is deliberate, maddening. I rock against him, chasing every sensation. Our skin slaps softly, the only sound besides my breath and the music. He lifts me briefly, then presses back inside. I gasp, every nerve alight. When he wraps his arms around me, it's not just lust, it's something more. He kisses me as I come, muffling my cries. His own climax hits, and we collapse together, a tangled, trembling mess. Maybe you were right, he whispers, chest rising and falling. About what? I ask, dizzy. You said you had feelings for the wrong man. That might be me. But whether it's wrong or not, I've got you. You've definitely got me. He smiles, kisses my wrist. I want to take you on a real date, not a sandwich run. Like, go steady? I joke, even as I feel my heart swelling. No, he says, chuckling. Just dinner. A real one. So sudden. He flips me onto my back. I laugh, arms stretching over my head until he pins me there, slides back into me, and starts again. I arch, helpless to resist. Have dinner. With me, he commands, each word punctuated by a slow thrust. I cry out, undone again. He grins. I'll take that as a yes.
Chapter 10. Jack. I've never been the kind of guy to shower a woman with gifts, outside of a decent meal or a strong drink. But with Serena, I've memorized everything. Her sizes, her favorite scents, the colors that make her glow. I ease those details out of her with soft touches and playful bargains. A brush of my lips against her neck. A promise whispered over her skin. You'd make a killer interrogator, she gasps once, breathless and annoyed. The CIA couldn't afford me. I reply with a smirk. Besides, I only extract secrets from people who enjoy the process. Our first official date is lobster. She calls it sweet, then kisses me at the table like it's a secret she couldn't hold in. I barely survive the wait. We don't even make it past the parking garage before I've got her pressed against my car. Next night, I try to impress her with a private box at a stadium concert. Turns out she's terrified of heights. Still, I find other ways to keep her distracted. We try oysters with champagne. She's in the black silk dress I picked for her. I slide my hand under the table and stroke her calf. She places her feet in my lap without hesitation. The booth's dim, the corner private. Our touches stay hidden, but they're anything but innocent. Back at my place, we half-watch a raunchy comedy. She laughs loud and clear, always checking that I'm laughing too. I can't get enough of that sound. Only problem? If I'm not inside her, I'm thinking about it. Every inch of her drives me crazy, from the way her foot arches to how her hair curls at her temples. I'm obsessed. Tonight, Ronnie's off, recovering after a follow-up with his surgeon, so I cover for him. I've decided I'm going to tell Serena to quit waitressing. I want her on call for us, doing what she's great at, caring for people. When she approaches my table, I expect her usual sharp observation or to call me out on something no one else dares to. Instead, she looks rattled. My dad won, she blurts. Shame drips from every word. Not good. It means he's still gambling. A win only feeds the cycle. How much? I ask, shelving my pitch. I was going to offer her her own space, a way to pay off her father's debts and get her life back on track. But the slump of her shoulders says more than words ever could. I open my arms. She walks right into them. $5,000, she mutters. Enough to make him think he's on some lucky streak. He says he's close to paying everything off. Is he working? He says he is, but who knows? I press a kiss to her temple. Let's go. We've got a dinner reservation. Might lift your spirits. Honestly, nothing could cheer me up right now. Not even goat yoga? She stares. What? That's daytime stuff, and expensive, and totally impractical. You're trying to talk me out of cheering you up? The instructor has 4 pygmy goats, in pajamas. In pajamas? She squeals. Her whole mood shifts in a blink. You're kidding. That's the cutest thing ever. But I shouldn't. My dad's debt, the hours, everything. If 1 hour of joy ruins everything, we've got bigger problems. You are the most ridiculous, thoughtful man I've ever met. Come with me. Sure, I say. Just not in front of the goats. I meant the yoga, smartass. Even worse. An hour and a half later, I'm sitting in a barn, confused and turned on. Serena's twisting herself into poses that leave little to the imagination, and every time she stops to giggle over a goat hopping past, I fall harder. She's glowing afterward, talking non-stop. Wasn't that the best thing ever? Weirdest thing I've ever seen, I admit. But I'm glad you liked it. Thanks for suffering through it. I owe you. I'll take a sandwich as payment. Those turkey ones? From the bodega? She beams. Yes, please. We eat on the same bench as before, passing a glass bottle of soda between us. She names the goats. I listen and watch her, and realize this woman could destroy me. You going to buy goats when you're a nurse millionaire? Probably not, she says with a smile. Too much work. You've thought this through. Should I be worried? She turns quiet. I don't let myself imagine the whole life. Just the next step. A real nursing license. Some kind of stability. Maybe even someone who stays. I take her hands. Serena, you already have someone. Do I? She whispers. Because I miss you when you're not there. I've never felt that before. Not like this. I tip her chin up and kiss her. Deep, slow, real. Tell me this isn't real, I murmur. Her mouth opens under mine. Her arms wind around me. I hold her close and think, I could do this forever. But I don't say it. Not yet.
Chapter 11. Serena. Jack doesn't grow tired of me. He doesn't vanish after the thrill wears off or decide I'm too plain. Instead, he surprises me constantly, keeps my favorite cereal in his kitchen, plans the kind of nights that end with laughter or fire, and even stays to sleep beside me sometimes, limbs tangled until morning. There's a key card in my wallet now, giving me access to his elevator. I have a drawer at his place, filled with clothes he picked out himself. When I joke that I'm like his favorite pet, spoiled and cute, he doesn't laugh. He tells me straight-faced that he's never owned a pet, never wanted one. But me? He wants me. Always. I've crashed at his apartment a dozen times. We've binged 3 seasons of True Blood, a show he sheepishly admitted to liking during late-night pillow talk. He's annoyed I'm not Team Bill. I think he sees himself in that brooding vampire. I tease him about it just to watch him roll his eyes. To pull my weight, I treat injuries in the bar's back room. Infected sutures, knife fights, ingrown toenails. I pass out painkillers like candy and play field medic for men who barely flinch. It keeps me sharp and lets me feel useful. Plus, it's easier than thinking I'm just freeloading. I rarely stay long at the bar. Jack scoops me up after a couple hours, and we'll head off. Dinner, a walk by the river. He doesn't need bodyguards, even though I know they're always close. He's a weapon all by himself. One night, he takes me salsa dancing. He's good, unexpectedly smooth and confident. I mess up constantly, laughing through the missteps, but he doesn't mind. We laugh until our cheeks ache. I don't remember the last time I felt so alive. He's up at dawn to train while I moan and tug him back to bed. One morning, I decide to surprise him. I wake up way too early, drag myself into the kitchen, and make breakfast. Sort of. The eggs are runny, the toast is uneven, but the juice is fresh. He walks in, sweaty from his workout, and stares at the tray. What's all this? I made you breakfast. He eyes the plate suspiciously. You made me eggs? Terrifying, right? Sweet, yes. But should I be worried? Terrified. He chuckles. Thanks for trying, but, these eggs might be radioactive. I'm not offended, I say, laughing. This was mostly for my own amusement. God, I'm relieved, he sighs, setting the tray down and kissing me. No offense, but I think they just tried to move. I should feel ridiculous, but I don't. I feel loved. It's getting harder not to fall for him. Like there's a tidal wave of emotion behind a dam I built from paper clips and hope. I didn't expect this. I wasn't looking for diamonds or silk sheets. But now I've got both, and him. He buys me earrings too extravagant to accept. I try to refuse, but he kisses me and says, "Wear them for me." And I do. Not to sell them, not to cover my father's debts, just because he asked. Still, there's always a quiet fear. What if he's already paid those debts? What if this comes with strings I don't see? But with Jack, it doesn't feel transactional. It feels dangerous. Because I know he cares, and I know I could break him with a word. The reality? I can't live like this forever. One close call, one gunshot too near, and I'll run. I don't have the strength to love someone constantly in the crosshairs. No matter how many times he insists he's just an office guy now. I know better. I've seen too much. The crash comes on a Tuesday morning. My first thought? Bad fish tacos. Probably shouldn't have ordered delivery at 1 a.m. Jack's still asleep, arm slung over his face. I stumble to the bathroom and barely make it to the toilet before I'm violently sick. Even before I buy a test, I know I'm pregnant. And it hits me like a slap. No glow, no cute cravings, just the cold reality of being a cautionary tale. I rock on my heels, trying to stay upright. The floor is cold and I'm drenched in sweat. I try to clean up, but it doesn't help. I lie down on the tile, dizzy and shaking. Maybe if I pass out, I won't have to figure out how to tell Jack. Maybe if I sleep, it'll all go away. But I know better. And the truth is, this isn't about fish tacos. It's about me, reckless and in love, with a man who's anything but safe. And now I'm carrying his child.
Chapter 12. Jack. I'm running behind, getting to Bettino's. Something came up at work, is what I'll say to Serena. Not exactly a lie, but not the full truth either. She doesn't need to know that the something was a distant cousin who thought snitching on the Marino family would save him after getting caught embezzling from his wife's dad. Real genius move. Steal from your in-laws and try to sell out your own blood. Lucky for us, he never had any real access. My old man never trusted him. I gave him a choice. Turn yourself in or face something worse. He chose prison. His wife filed for divorce. His kids? They'll be teenagers who barely remember him by the time he gets out. That's punishment enough. I head in through the back, like always. I pause at the office door when I see Serena sitting there. Not working, not patching anyone up, just sitting. Her posture is stiff. Hands under her thighs, feet flat on the floor. She doesn't light up when she sees me. No smile, my gut twists. I want to rush to her, grab her hands, ask what's wrong. But I wait. It's harder than I expect. She lets out a sigh and says, "I found a note in my locker." She pulls out a small, sticky note and hands it to me. 2 words. Paid in full. I glance up. "You think I did this?" "Did you?" she asks, eyes searching mine. "No," I answer quickly. "I told you before. I didn't want you on the hook for your dad's screw-ups. Why would I bail him out now?" "To help me," she says quietly. She doesn't get it. If I wanted that debt gone, I wouldn't need to pay a cent. One call, and Philly wouldn't let her dad near a racetrack again. He's irrelevant. That money means nothing in the grand scheme of what I run. "I didn't pay it," I say again. "If I had, you'd know. I'd be expecting credit for saving the day." "You've got the ego for it," she teases, her voice easing. "You really thought I'd go behind your back like that?" She nods sheepishly. "Maybe Philly cleared it because you helped his son. Maybe gratitude actually got to him." "That seems out of character," she mutters. "Yeah, but when people see their kids about to have kids, they sometimes soften." She stares at the floor. So what now? We talked about this. You're free. You don't owe anything. I can walk away tonight, she says softly. Is that what I should do? I can offer you a job, keep patching up my guys. But that's not what I want. She's not someone I want to hire. I want her with me. Always. I want you around, even if you never touch a first aid kit again. I admit. So what would I be then? Someone who doesn't owe me a thing. Someone I want in my life. She nods. So I'm free. Completely. You can leave if that's what you want. She looks at me. And what do you want? You. In my bed. In my life. Waking up next to me. Saying my name when you come undone. My voice cracks, raw with truth. I reach for her hand, and just that touch lights something hot and real inside me. I want to keep you, Serena. She rises and steps into my arms. Her body fits perfectly against mine, like she belongs here. Stay, I whisper. It's not a command. It's a plea. Why can't I walk away from you? She murmurs. Probably the same reason I can't let you go. I kiss her, deep and claiming, until we're both breathless. She pulls back just enough to say, I came here planning to say goodbye. I know. We're pressed against the wall now, her legs parting for me, her hips grinding against mine. I could have her right here. Take me home, she whispers. Home. She means my place. But hearing her say it like that, it hits me square in the chest. She thinks of my place as home. Even if she didn't mean it like that, I'm hooked. She deserves her own space, her own life. I should want that for her. But all I can think about is her living with me, sharing everything, waking up to her every morning, falling asleep beside her every night. By the time she's in my car, I'm vibrating with need. We don't talk on the drive. We don't have to. We're not just heading to my apartment. We're going home.
Chapter 13. Serena. It feels like a secret is eating me alive. Every sweet thing Jack does makes me want to cry. I can't keep this from him much longer, not when it's going to start showing soon. The worst thing I could do now is start clinging to him. He said he loves me. What am I supposed to do with that? It's not realistic. Jack has a life tied to people who live by a different code, a family bound by loyalty and built on violence. I'll never belong in that world. But he told me he loves me. When he said it, I wanted to scream from a rooftop. It hit me like a wave, elation tangled with dread. Because we both know it can't last. I know exactly how this story ends. My dad will lie again, say he's clean, say he's going to meetings. Then the next losing streak hits. He'll lose the house. I'll be back on a couch in a rundown apartment working double shifts to carry the weight. He'll spiral. More bets, more booze, more excuses, and I'll be stuck, still trying to make nursing school happen while I hold everything else together. Sometimes I wish I had a sibling to share this burden. Someone else who understood what it's like to feel a mess of guilt, love, anger, and obligation all at once. Or maybe I just wish I could stop caring. Walk away. Let him deal with the fallout. But that's not who I am. Never has been. And now, for the first time since Mom died, I'm not alone. Because I'm pregnant. Jack's baby is growing inside me. This wasn't planned. But the moment I realized it, I knew. No doubts, no second guessing. This child, our child, is already everything to me. It feels like a flicker of light, small but powerful, dancing in the dark. Whether I was a fling or something more, it doesn't matter. This pregnancy changes everything. I already love this baby with every part of me. I'd give anything to protect it. 2 pink lines on a stick flip my world upside down. What used to be theory is now reality. I feel it everywhere, in my chest, in my bones. A love that's too big for words. I wonder if my mom felt this way about me. Then my phone rings. Jack. I take a breath and answer, careful to keep the secret for now. Are you busy at 4? He asks. Nope. What's the plan? We're going to class, he says with a grin in his voice. Yoga again? No goats this time. Well, that's a tough sell, I tease. My assistant's sending a car for you. You home? I will be. Good. I'll see you at 4. Wait. What should I wear? She'll bring everything you need. Okay, see you soon. Serena, he says, just as I'm about to hang up. Yeah? I miss you. I smile into the phone. I miss you too. I'm floating when I hang up, but I remind myself to stay grounded. There's a baby to consider now. My choices have to be smart, so I research prenatal vitamins, make a list, do laundry, and try to act normal. I finish getting ready hours early, hair flat ironed, makeup on, nervous and lightheaded, maybe because I skipped lunch. When the car shows up, it's not a driver. It's Jack himself, behind the wheel. And just like that, my heart leaps. What is he up to?
Chapter 14. Jack. Her face lights up when she sees me behind the wheel. That alone makes every minute of rescheduling worth it. I get out and open the door for her. I thought your assistant was sending a car, she asks, grinning. I managed to wrap things up early, I say casually, glossing over the part where I bulldozed my calendar to make this happen. Serena's smile deepens. Glad you did. I don't have to wait to see you now. So where are we really going? I help her into the car and flash a teasing smile. You'll see. She catches my tie and tugs me close. Please. The heat that flares between us is immediate. I press a kiss to her palm before pulling away, knowing if I kiss her properly now, we'll never make it to our destination. I grip the wheel tight as I drive, trying to focus. She shifts closer. I'm cold. Mind if I lean on you? She says. I snake my arm around her shoulders, drawing her in. She turns down the fan, rests her head on me. The tension eases from my chest as I nuzzle her hair. God, I love you, I murmur at a stoplight. She looks up, eyes bright with unshed tears. I give her a soft kiss, just enough to say what I feel without losing control. Her hand brushes my cheek. The glint in her eyes tightens something in my chest. What's wrong? Nothing, she says, blinking fast. It's just, this shouldn't be the best part of my life. My dad's drowning in debt. Everything was supposed to fall apart. But then you showed up, and now I'm here, with you, happy. It doesn't feel real. Relief washes over me. It is real. She tells me about watching soap operas with her mom, about folding laundry and dreaming of dramatic romances. The nostalgia softens her voice. We pull up in front of a brownstone. The sign reads, Mrs. Tatum's School of Classical Dance. For the charity gala, I say. You said you weren't sure about going. Because I can't dance, she admits. That's why we're here, so you can enjoy it. We're learning ballroom? She asks, wide-eyed. No, we're learning. Together. She arches a brow. You? Ballroom dancing? Did you think I'd let someone else hold you like that? She smiles and shakes her head. You keep surprising me. Inside, Madame Tatum, elegant and precise, hands Serena a garment bag. A few minutes later, I hear her heels click across the polished floor. Her reflection appears in the mirror. Long legs, flowing skirt, radiant. Madame Tatum straightens my posture, places Serena's hand on my shoulder, and repositions mine at her waist. "You got in trouble," Serena whispers, trying not to laugh. We begin. My left foot becomes a mystery. We reset over and over until the instructor separates us to work one-on-one. I watch Serena glide through her movements, all grace and fluidity. My jaw clenches when Madame adjusts her hips. I don't care if she's ancient. I don't like anyone touching Serena. When it's my turn, I try not to step on toes or count out loud. Eventually, Madame pairs us again. We move together with practiced rhythm, a formal distance between us that only sharpens the heat simmering beneath. "This is amazing," Serena whispers. "I feel like I'm in a movie. And you, God, I didn't think you could get any sexier." "Thinking Bridgerton?" I murmur. "Should I ruin you in the garden?" Her laughter is cut short by Madame's sharp clap. We part like guilty teens. By the end of the lesson, we've mastered the waltz and foxtrot. Madame vetoes the rumba. "Too much temptation," she says. "Let the distance seduce you," she tells us. "Don't rush. Let it build." Back outside, rain begins to fall as we walk to the car. I stop. "Dance with me?" Serena's eyes light up. I take her hand, and we dance right there on the sidewalk, warm rain slipping over our skin. I spin her once, pull her in close. Later tonight, I'll have her completely. Her body pressed to mine, eyes locked, lips trembling with need. I'll keep her right on the edge until she breaks with my name on her lips. And when she's asleep, curled around me, I'll wonder how I got so lucky. I'll think about what it would mean to keep her. Forever. Not just as my lover, but everything. I should let her go. I know this world can devour people like her, but I can't. I won't. I'll take whatever parts of her she'll give me, again and again.
Chapter 15. Serena. I'm not usually the one waiting. Jack Marino is always on time. Always. But here I am, sitting in a diner, nursing a decaf coffee I don't even want, watching the door like a fool. My phone says 6 o'clock. Still no sign of him. I double-check the text. Same place, same time. No mistake. So where is he? 10 minutes pass. Then 15. I fight the urge to spiral. I shoot him a text. "You still coming?" No reply. My leg bounces. I stare into my coffee and try not to think about everything that could have gone wrong. The waitress swings by again, refilling mugs like clockwork. She pauses, pot hovering. "He'll be here any minute," I say, voice too chipper. She nods politely, but I see it in her eyes. She thinks I've been stood up. I'm about to text again when my phone dings. Parking now. Relief rushes through me, followed by irritation. No apology, no explanation. When he finally walks in, I don't look up. I keep toying with a sugar packet, pretending not to care. "I'm sorry," Jack says as he slides into the booth. "I got held up." "I was worried," I say. My eyes drift over him. He looks off, disheveled, flushed, eyes too bright. "What happened?" "Nothing," he says quickly. "I know this place is a little different, but I've loved it since I was a kid. You have to try the pecan caramel pancakes." "Jack," I say flatly, "why didn't you kiss me?" "It's a family place," he shrugs. "Not exactly romantic." "You've kissed me in the park, in broad daylight." He gives me a tight smile, trying to show I can be appropriate in public. Something's not right. "Show me your other hand," I demand. "The one you've kept hidden." He stands, leans in, and kisses me. Whiskey hits my tongue. My palm presses to his chest, damp with sweat. My fingers trace down and I feel it. Blood, still wet, seeping through his shirt. "Don't you dare say it's just a scratch," I whisper. "We're leaving. Now." I throw cash on the table and haul him out. In the car, he tries to downplay it. It was one hit, he says. Wrong place, wrong time. Guy didn't even mean to stab me. He was going for someone else. And you just walked into it? Something like that. I didn't want to be late, so I slapped pressure on it and had the driver drop me off. I grit my teeth. You drank to hide how pale you are. He chuckles. Pretty clever, huh? My dad's at the house. We're going to Bettino's, I say. There's first aid there, and you're not fine. At the bar, everyone clears out when they see Jack. I scrub up while he slumps in a chair, looking worse by the second. Still with me? I ask. Yeah, of course, he mumbles. His side is soaked. Blood trails down his leg. My heart thunders. There's no time to panic. I shout for Foz. He rushes in, eyes wide. I give instructions and he follows without question. We get Jack onto the desk. The wound is jagged, deep, at least 3 inches. It's not actively gushing, but it's bad. Real bad. I clean it, hands steady, even as my mind screams. Jack's bleeding. Jack's hurt. And I'm holding it together because someone has to. I don't care about the mob or his title or the danger anymore. This man is mine. And I will patch him up if it's the last thing I do.
Chapter 16. Jack. What the hell did I miss? I snap. Foz shifts, clearly uncomfortable. I scrub my hands over my face. Yeah, I was late to dinner. And yeah, I didn't tell her I'd been stabbed. But this silence? I'm slumped on a stool at the saddest bar I know, whining to a guy who technically works for me. Ronnie's locked away in his office, and I'm still trying to piece together what went wrong. Foz leans on the counter. Boss, be real. You've never been dumped before, have you? Nope. He nods like he expected that. So it's messing with your head. Usually you're the one walking away. This time you're the one left standing. That's about the size of it, I mutter. I'd offer another drink, but the first one's still full. I don't know what to do with myself. Drinking's not the fix, trust me. I've seen how that plays out. He gives a dry laugh. You're not dying of heartbreak, even if it feels like it. Glad someone's amused, I grumble. Hey, I'm a bartender. This is part of the gig. You pour the whiskey, hear the sob stories. Yours is just a new flavor. He's not wrong. The first night Serena walked in here, I said she didn't belong in a place like Bettino's. I guess I was right. I should have trusted my gut, I say. I call for a car and head home. Once inside, I collapse onto the couch, remote in hand, TV off, staring into nothing. My apartment feels cold, sterile, empty. She had a good time, she said. That's all I got. I thought I knew Serena. I thought she loved me. Maybe I fell too hard, too fast. Maybe it was that first night, her storming in, fierce and desperate, that hit me right in the chest. Maybe I was trying to save someone who didn't want to be saved. Or maybe Foz is right. I've never been left before. And it's messing me up. I grab my phone and message Lynette before I think better of it. Her reply hits fast. You better be bleeding out or I'm hanging up. I was asleep. Pregnant woman's sleep is sacred. Sorry. I need your advice. She calls. What's the emergency? You remember the woman who stitched up Louis? Serena. Of course I do. I sent her a fruit basket. She's sweet, maybe too sweet for your world. Why? She walked out on me. Lynette snorts. Oh, this is a heartbreak call. High school throwback. Spill. I was late meeting her. Meeting ran long. I hesitate. Got stabbed. Silence. Then, Jesus. You okay? Fine now. She patched me up at Bettino's, then broke up with me. Just said thanks for the good time. That was it. Ouch. Her tone shifts. Jack, you serious about her? I was going to ask her to move in. That's serious. She exhales. Louis didn't tell you what happened after he got shot, huh? I flipped. I smashed half our wedding crystal, screamed at him for risking his life like an idiot. The fear, it eats you alive. So you think that's what happened? Serena saw the blood and bailed. It wasn't just fear, it's reality setting in. Loving someone in this life? It costs something. Maybe seeing you hurt made her realize she can't handle that price. I clench my jaw. So she's not who I thought she was. Or maybe she is, just overwhelmed, scared. Doesn't mean she didn't love you. Then what do I do, Lynn? If you want her back, fight for her. But you better be damn sure. Because if you chase her and mess it up, you'll hurt her worse. I hang up eventually, but I don't feel better. There's no playbook here. Maybe I misjudged her. Or maybe I'm just not the man she thought I could be. Either way, if I had the chance to do it again, I'd change everything.
Chapter 17. Serena. I thought choosing to leave Jack would bring me peace. All I feel is fear. The moment I realized he'd been stabbed, a panic so fierce it nearly split me in two surged through me. Cleaning the wound, stitching him up. I've done it before, but never like this. Each pull of the thread tore through me like I was the one bleeding. I bit down so hard I tasted my own blood, trying to keep it together. But nothing has ever hurt like this. As soon as I got home, I ran straight to the bathroom and threw up. I rinsed my mouth, tried to breathe, but within minutes I was on the floor, curled into myself, sobbing uncontrollably. The grief came in waves, crying, vomiting, wiping my face, and then it would start all over again. It wasn't just heartbreak, it was guilt, loss, fear, and all of it was my doing. The bathroom door creaked open around 3 a.m. My dad looked down at me huddled on the floor, wrapped in a towel like a broken child. "You all right?" he asked. I just stared at him. What was I supposed to say? That I was okay? He didn't wait for an answer. I gotta use the toilet. I got to my knees, every joint aching, and dragged myself past him to my bedroom. "Get some sleep," he added. That was his version of comfort. I nodded, pretending I would. I didn't lie down right away. Even though I'd cleaned up, I still felt like I was covered in Jack's blood. That fear came back in a rush, the feel of my hands pressing on his side, willing him not to slip away. I covered my mouth and barely made it to the trash can in time. My dad was still in the bathroom. I washed it out in the kitchen and brought it back to my room. Finally, I changed into a big t-shirt, wrapped myself in my blanket, and collapsed. When I woke up, my head was pounding and my eyes felt swollen shut. I staggered to the sink, gulped cold water, then rushed back to check my phone. Nothing. No text, no missed call, not even a voicemail. Some buried, desperate part of me had hoped he'd reach out, that he'd ask how I was, that I'd crumble and run back to him. But there was silence. And honestly, I understood. Jack Marino doesn't grovel. He doesn't chase. He moves on. He's Blackjack Marino, crime boss, billionaire survivor. If I walked, he's not going to beg. He'll be surrounded by women within a week. Hell, probably sooner. That thought ripped at me, but I forced myself to focus. I didn't leave because I didn't love him. I left because I do. Because I'm pregnant with his child. And that child would never be safe with a target like Jack for a father. Someone could use the baby to get to him. A rival, a traitor, a lunatic. They wouldn't need a reason. The thought of that helpless baby being taken, harmed, just to hurt Jack, sent me back to the bathroom again. My stomach turned to knots. I had to get a grip. This couldn't be my new normal, curled up, crying, vomiting on repeat. I rinsed my face with cold water. Tea. That's what I needed. A small step. Something normal. Once I sat down with the mug in my hands, I grabbed my phone and started searching. Job listings, LPN program schedules, childcare resources. I needed a plan. Step 1, protect this baby. Step 2, keep the pregnancy private. Step 3, finish school. That's all that matters now. No more patching up mafia bruisers behind bars. I needed stability, a job, a degree, a life. I sipped my tea and smirked. The mug read, Goal Getter. I'd bought it after acing my first nursing class. Felt like a joke now, but maybe it was a reminder too. I was down, yeah, but not out. I applied for a cashier job at a convenience store. Flexible hours, decent pay. I could work nights, take classes, go to appointments. I set reminders, vitamins, registration deadlines, budget plans. I'd deal with my dad later. He never asks much anyway. Laying it all out like this made me feel something close to hope. As long as I don't think about Jack. But pretending he doesn't live in my heart, that might be the hardest part of all.
Chapter 18. Jack. How's it going today? Ronnie asks, his voice light but his eyes searching. Word travels fast around here, especially when the head of the Marino family gets dumped in a bar's back office by a waitress. I clench my jaw and nod, keeping the tension in check. I'm good, Ron. You? I'm fine. Just wanted to check in. You looked out for me when I was recovering from surgery, and I figured I'd return the favor. No worries, my prostate's not acting up, I joke dryly. He laughs, raspy and sincere. Still owe you for keeping an eye on this place while I was out. Anything I can do for you, just say the word. Maybe stop by for a barbecue this weekend? A sympathy invite. Great. Appreciate it. Wish I could, but I'm booked. Good to hear, he replies with a grin, like I'm some teenager being cheered on after a breakup. Thanks, Ronnie. You need anything? Nah, just checking in. Tell Foz to pour drinks, not gossip. He shrugs. Doesn't mean he'll listen, but I'll try. I finish tying my sneakers and head to my gym. If nothing else, my workouts have been consistent. My stitches scream during upper body sets, so it's leg day every damn day. I crank the music up until I can't think. Intervals keep my mind quiet. For a while. Eventually, though, the loop plays again. She said she was happy, and it plays over and over. I collapse onto the mat, gulping water, trying to stretch the tightness from my muscles. Her face comes to mind. How her eyes lit up when she looked at me. How her laugh settled something in my chest. I think about setting up a scholarship for her. Maybe one with a stipend. Enough so she wouldn't feel cornered into helping her dad again. But then I stop myself. That's control, not care. That's me trying to make her choices for her. What I should have done. Seen her fear. She wasn't weak. She wasn't running because she didn't love me. She saw blood, saw danger, and panicked. And I didn't say a word to reassure her. Didn't hold her. Didn't tell her I'd try harder to be safe. Not for me, but for us. I failed her. Shame rises in my throat like bile. I spring up, wipe sweat from my eyes, and shower fast. I get dressed, debate bringing flowers, maybe champagne, maybe a ring, or maybe just my apology. I settle for calling. Voicemail. I don't leave a message. Just stare at the screen and wait like it might light up with her name. It doesn't. I call Lynette. You finally came to your senses? She says. I tried to call Serena. No answer. Not surprising. I need advice. How do I fix this without steamrolling her? First, don't show up uninvited. That's creepy. Message her. Something short. Sweet. Not pushy. I was thinking flowers. Maybe. Number, let her come to you. Message her something like, I miss you, and leave it at that. She might not respond. Wait 3 days. If she doesn't reply by then, fine. But let her decide. Give her space. Don't treat her like your next negotiation. I sigh. Fine. I draft a message. I miss you. I hope you're doing okay. I stare at it. Simple, honest. I send it. Then I screenshot it and text Lynette. Her reply, No! Me. What? You said to say I miss her. Her. You added, we need to talk. That makes it about you. Rookie mistake. I groan. She's right. I delete the first message and send a better one. Just thinking of you. I hope you're okay. Then I power off my phone. Now I wait, and I hate every second of it.
Chapter 19. Serena. I'm lucky to have a job now, working nights at the Stop Mart 5 shifts a week. After a solid 30-day review from my manager, my pay jumped to $18 an hour. Once I cover half the mortgage, groceries, and gas, I still pocket a little over $2,000 monthly, enough to keep chipping away at my goal of finishing my LPN before the baby comes. I'm staying on track. I sleep regularly, stay hydrated, walk daily, and take my prenatal vitamins without fail. My dad and I barely cross paths thanks to opposite schedules, but that won't last forever. Eventually, he'll notice when I start showing. At my first prenatal appointment, the doctor said everything looks good. They handed me a folder thick with pamphlets, resources for single moms, community aid programs, and info about food banks if I need help. So far, I've only gained 6 pounds. Leggings are my savior, comfortable, stretchy, and still fit for now. I'm also juggling 2 online classes. I knock out coursework in the afternoons. As long as I stick to my routine, I stay busy enough not to dwell on Jack. He sent a text recently, said he missed me and hoped I was okay. I didn't reply, because I'm not okay. He got stabbed. I was the one putting pressure on the wound, cutting away his clothes, stitching him up. It wasn't just another injury. I was terrified. Every time I think about it, it feels like a warning. If I'm scared for myself, that's one thing. But I'm carrying a baby now. That changes everything. I keep wishing things were different. But Jack's not going to walk away from the mob. That's his world, his identity. And if I told him about the baby, he'd marry me in a heartbeat. He'd make me a mob wife. Not in the fantasy, filtered way, but in reality, with security guards, constant surveillance, and danger lurking around every corner. I cried all Monday when I finally admitted to myself that I want safety for our child more than I want Jack. It makes me feel ungrateful. He loved me, and he'd probably be a great dad. But it's not Jack I'm scared of, it's what comes after him. The threats, the enemies, the constant risk. Is it wrong to choose peace over passion? Maybe, but I have to live with it. And every day I carry this baby, I remind myself it's for their sake, not mine. My personality lately could be summed up as, I miss Jack. When I met Kaylee for coffee one morning after work, she clocked it immediately. You look a little sad, she said. Just tired, I replied. Been working and doing classes, that's all. You still thinking about that bar guy? Nah, I lied. It was just for fun. When it stopped being fun, I ended it. Good for you, she cheered. Get the O's and dump the bros. Is that a thing people actually say? It is now, she laughed. I steered the conversation back to her. You prepping for the upcoming exam? Kind of. Thanks to your notes, I might actually pass. You're doing online classes, right? Yeah. It's all modules and lab simulations for now. Clinicals start soon. I'm excited. You're literally the only person excited to wake up before dawn and shadow some cranky nurse while changing bedpans. I was a CNA. I've changed worse. Nope, not for me. If it works out with Jameson, maybe I won't have to work at all. Oh? Serious already? Not officially, but I want it to be. He took me to that VIP lounge I texted you about. The red velvet one with the candles? Yep. Bottle service, velvet couches, just 10 people max. It felt exclusive. Sounds nice, I said, doing my best to sound happy for her. I sat on his lap, we drank, listened to music. It was perfect. I just sipped my tea, letting her go on. I might have gone a little too far, though, she added, voice dropping. What do you mean? I gave him, in the lounge. I blinked. Wait, there were other people around? She nodded. Yeah, but I was tipsy and feeling uninhibited. He asked, and I just did it. I tried to be supportive. As long as you wanted to and you felt okay afterward. She hesitated. Honestly, I felt weird during. Kind of wanted him to finish quicker. I think he held back on purpose to make it last longer. I reached over and hugged her. Maybe don't see him again. No, he's amazing. We're going out again tomorrow night. He knows everyone worth knowing. Did you tell him you're not into doing that again? That'd be so awkward. It just happened. It's not going to be a regular thing. I just want you to make sure he's into you, not just what you'll do in a VIP booth. She rolled her eyes. Okay, Mom. I'm serious, Kay. I want you to be safe and happy. She didn't leave. We chatted more, and by the end, I felt a little better knowing she wasn't prying about Jack. I can't afford any slip-ups. I need to keep this secret, for now.
Chapter 20. Jack. Don't waste time debating. This shipment moves tonight, I tell Louis. I get it, but the only route to the drop cuts through Carbini's docks, he replies. I've already left a message for Vinny. His assistant gave me the brush off, but I'll wait for a callback. Once we get the green light, we go. Think he'll go for it? Lynette asks. 60-40 maybe. We've kept the peace for almost 2 years. I doubt he'll blow that over one delivery. I'm being respectful. Asking, not telling. The client requested the other side of town. If Carbini's thinking logically, he'll say yes. Truth is, I'm not that confident. Vinny Carbini's always been a pain. Even as a kid, he loved getting under people's skin. I remember one of his kids snitched on me for chewing gum at a funeral, and I got whipped for it. Carbini laughed. That kind of guy doesn't just grow a conscience. Didn't he send us bad fish for our wedding? Lynette asks. No idea. Louis shrugs. I was too busy marrying the love of my life. Lynette grins at him, and the pit in my stomach deepens. I miss how Serena used to look at me that way. You all right, boss? Louis asks. Yeah. Not worried about Carbini. He's more hung up on the girl who didn't text him back, Lynette says. She playing hard to get? Louis asks. Nope. She walked out the night he got stabbed, Lynette supplies. She probably freaked out. Not everyone's used to our kind of life. Give her a few days, then call her. Maybe she's cooled down. His words hit me harder than they should. I glance at Lynette, who's not exactly encouraging. You think I should call her? Since when do you need permission? She had fire. Reminded me of you. Smart woman. Call her. It can't get worse. Wow, thanks. Really uplifting. You're willing to ask a rival boss for a favor but can't dial a woman you love? Come on, man. She cared. No way she's over it. I smirk. Thanks, hype man. After they leave, I stare at Serena's contact photo. My chest tightens just seeing her face. I dial. It rings twice and my stomach knots, expecting voicemail. Then, "Hello?" she says, groggy. "It's me. How are you?" "Tired. Just got off work. Met Kaylee for coffee after." "What's up? Your stitches okay?" "They're healing. You did great." "Good. So why'd you call?" "I texted. You never answered. You didn't ask anything." "I miss you," I say, throat dry. She pauses. "I know. I miss you too. But this doesn't work. I tried pretending everything was normal until you showed up bleeding. You blaming me for getting stabbed. Number, I'm blaming your lifestyle. You do business with people who carry knives. That's not normal, Jack. I couldn't just act like it was no big deal. It scared me." Her voice cracks. I want to tell her I'd change everything for her, but I won't lie. "I'm sorry," she whispers. "I can't do this. I can't talk to you like we're friends. It hurts too much." Then she hangs up. Silence. I lean back, staring at the ceiling. She misses me. She's hurting. That should break me. But weirdly, I feel hopeful. I pace, try to ground myself. I won't crowd her, but I won't let her forget me either. I'll find out where she works. Maybe I'll find a reason to swing by. Later, I check with my assistant. Still no call back from Carbini. Typical. He's enjoying this. I speak with our logistics lead. The buyer's spooked. They're new to U.S. soil and wary of risk. If this deal looks shady, they walk. And that's millions down the drain. Carbini's silence is pushing me to the edge. I don't want to grovel. We need the delivery done tonight, and I'm out of time. We're moving ahead, I tell Louis. Silent, fast, and clean. No traces. Copy that. Nobody steps back through Carbini's turf on the way home. I don't care if you need to take a detour through 3 states. Keep our footprint light. You drop so much as a gum wrapper, I'll make sure you're sipping soup through a straw for 6 months. Got it. Keep Lynette in the loop. IT will handle the cameras. We won't let you down. As he walks out, I wonder if it's all worth it. The deal opens doors, big ones, a gateway to new markets, new money. But it has to be perfect. No slip-ups, no screw-ups. The buyers just launched their East Coast branch. Any whiff of scandal, and they're gone. But I didn't get this far by waiting around. Like my old man used to say, it's easier to apologize than ask for permission. Tonight, I'm betting on that.
Chapter 21. Serena. The lab simulations are the best part, I admit to my dad, voice soft. We're sharing a rare lunch together. He swung by during his break, just as I was padding around in my robe, nibbling toast. He asked how I've been, out of the blue. That alone tells me he's here with a purpose. I launch into talking about my classes, the midterms, and how clinicals start in 2 weeks. I'm hyper aware of what I'm wearing. No leggings or loose shirts today, just a robe and nightshirt that do nothing to hide the small swell of my belly. It's subtle for now, could pass as bloating from bad takeout. But still. I tuck myself into the chair, grateful the table hides it. What happened to the guy you were seeing? He asks. From the bar? Or Nick from my class? I say, tossing in the made-up Nick I'd mentioned before. Nick who? I meant the bar guy. That ended weeks ago. Why? I sip my tea slowly, steadying myself. I smile faintly and keep my hands flat on the table. No sudden moves. Just making conversation. I can't ask about your life now? His laugh is hollow. Panic tickles the edge of my ribs. I try not to picture the future when this belly is too obvious to hide. Not a problem for today, I remind myself. It ended messy. Not my proudest moment, I say simply. He was mob, right? Yeah, I couldn't do it. I've got my program, my goals, I'm focused, finish LPN, then RN, save money, eventually go for my NP. I won't let a relationship knock me off track. He moves on to a story about a new boss at work while eating the sandwich I made. After he leaves, I finally exhale. I toss on leggings, a loose t-shirt, throw my hair up, grab water, and head out for a walk. Sunshine, air, anything to reset my nerves. About 4 blocks from home, a car creeps up beside me. A guy in the passenger seat rolls down the window. Hey, can you help me with directions? He calls. Nope, not today. I keep walking, faster now. I raise my phone to my ear and pretend I'm on a call. Loudly I say, Yep, be there in 2 minutes. I scan ahead for somewhere to duck into, a shop, a cafe, anything. I glance back. Big mistake. I never see them speed off, which means they didn't leave. When I turn my head, he's already there. A rag covers my mouth and nose before I can scream. I twist, try to break free. My feet leave the ground as he hauls me back toward the car. My lungs burn. No air, just chemicals. He shoves me in. Back seat? Trunk? I don't know. My vision blurs. I'm spiraling. And just before the dark takes me, one last thought hits hard. Please, God, don't let whatever they used hurt the baby.
Chapter 22. Jack. A couple of days after the drop went off without a hitch, my contact in the Philippines sent a massive basket of sweets and fruit to my office. My assistant handed it out to the crew who risked it all to cross into Carbini's turf. I'm relieved it worked out, and more relieved it's behind us. Now we're back to normal, which means Charlie called this morning to say I'm pushing myself too hard. This coming from the guy who lives for galas and polo matches. Still, he's not wrong. I've been a workaholic most of my life. Being with Serena was the one thing that got me to loosen my grip. I skipped meetings, left work early. She gave me a reason to walk away from the desk, something no one else ever managed. Since she left, I've tried to bury myself in work, but it's not working. Her voice has haunted my sleep since that last call. Just this morning, I woke up drenched in sweat after dreaming she was trapped, calling for me. I never saw her in the dream. I just knew she needed help. That feeling hasn't left me all day. I showered, hit the gym, showed up at the office, normal routine, but the unease clings to me like smoke, the kind of dread that makes your stomach turn and your fists itch to break something. Charlie caught me off guard when I actually agreed with him just to end the call quickly. I scroll through old messages from Serena, one after another, trying not to drown in the memories. The fear I felt in my dream lingers, sharp and persistent. I pocket my phone and walk out to speak with my assistant. The guys like the snack basket? I ask. Oh yes, Mr. Marino. They were thrilled. I gave the rest to Lynette. Good thinking. She's got some interesting cravings lately. Don't let her hear you call them interesting, she says with a grin. She tore into some milk-flavored chips. I didn't say a word. Smart move, I say. I'm about to head to Lynette's office when my phone buzzes. For a split second, I hope it's Serena, even though I know better. Instead, I see a photo. My blood turns to ice. It's Serena, unconscious, lying on a cold concrete floor. I'm in Lynette's office before I even know I've moved. She's mid-bite on a chip and leaps to her feet when she sees my face. What's wrong? I just hand her my phone. She taps the screen, swears, and immediately pages IT. The head tech arrives and zooms in on the photo. Look at her pocket, he says. What am I looking at? There's something in there. Probably her phone. They haven't stripped her down yet. Where is she? I snarl. Best guess? One of the dockyard storage units, the ones near the drop site. They're overpriced and half empty. Wouldn't be the first time someone used one to stash a hostage. Vinnie Carbini must really want a death wish, Lynette mutters. Then, in a rare move, she crosses the room and hugs me. We'll get her out, Jackie. I can't speak. If I open my mouth, the things I'd say would terrify even her. No one questions if I'm staying behind. That's not even a conversation. Could be a setup, she says. I know. Wear Kevlar. No time. I'm in the elevator. She's already pulling camera footage, hacking Carbini's phone, mobilizing our team. I feel like I could run faster than the car that's racing me there. I don't care if we crash through half the city. She tells me which unit was accessed around 2 this afternoon. Louis and 6 of our guys are already on the roof thanks to a chopper drop. I don't care how flashy it is. Let the cops come. Let them all come. This ends today. My sharpshooters are positioned. The rest of the team will back me. I just need to get to Serena. Then my phone rings. Caller ID, Vinnie Carbini. I answer. Let him gloat. Guess you got my message, huh? She's cute, not your usual classy type, but I see the appeal. I stay silent. You curious what I'll do with her? Or her dad? Since you like stepping on my turf, maybe I'll keep them here. Cut up her pretty face a little. I hang up. No threats. No words. Just action now. My fury is volcanic. I want his empire leveled, his name erased, his blood on the pavement. I message one of my guys on the ground. We're at the door now. She's in there, scared, strong, waiting for me. We move fast. I'll breach. Secure her. Louis and the team handle the rest. I'm cold, calm, and lethal as I exit the car. I don't need to check my weapon or plan. She'll be out in under 5 minutes. 3 if I have my way. Carbini always stuck to the script. That's finally working in my favor. What he didn't see coming, that touching someone I love signed his death warrant. Today, he pays in full.
Chapter 23, Serena. I come to on cold concrete, dizzy and sick. My stomach heaves until there's nothing left. My head is spinning from whatever they used to knock me out, probably chloroform. After I throw up, there's no point in pretending to still be out cold. Hello? I call, unsure if I'm alone. Suddenly, blinding lights snap on above me. My eyes sting as I squint around, taking in the scene. A cavernous concrete room. Overhead garage door. 2 armed guards near the exit. 1 folding table, 2 chairs. A man in a brown suit sits there, puffing a cigar like he thinks he's a villain in a movie. It doesn't matter if this is about Jack or my dad. I've got 2 priorities: survive and protect the baby. I sit up, arms wrapped tight around my knees. My teeth chatter. I'm soaked in fear. Cold, Miss Mayfield? He asks. Faux polite. I ignore him. Not a word. I won't give away anything that might tip him off. The man stands, walks over, still chewing his cigar. I'm Vincent Alfredo Carbini, he says, smug. Head of the Carbini family, you'd probably be warmer in my lap. I throw up on his expensive slacks. On purpose. He yells, kicks me backward, and orders a cleanup. A goon rushes over with a towel, starts wiping at Carbini's pants. A second guy storms in with a bucket. He dumps freezing water on me. I yelp, drenched, gasping. She's got fire, Carbini chuckles. No wonder Jack's so into her. So this is about Jack. I stand, soaked shirt clinging to me. I try to hold it away from my belly. It's not a big bump yet, but wet fabric makes everything visible. I don't flinch. I glare straight at Carbini, even though I'm scared to death. I won't let them see fear. He dials his phone, puts it on speaker. Guess you got my message, Jackie boy, he laughs. Pretty girl, not your usual high-class taste, but I get it. My chest tightens. I want to scream. I want to cry out for Jack. But I keep still, because if he called Jack, Jack knows. He's coming. I know he is. I slide down to sit again, leaning back against the wall, knees hugged to my chest, trying to hide the curve of my stomach. I listen, holding my breath. Jack says nothing. Not a word. Carbini flips out. "Don't hang up on me, you little..." His face turns red. He hurls the phone across the room. A knock at the back door. "Food's here," someone says. The door opens. A muffled shot rings out. The guard drops. Chaos erupts. Men draw weapons. Then I see him. Jack. My Jack. He strides through the door like something out of a movie. No hesitation. A man by Carbini's side suddenly pulls a gun and shoots him point blank in the forehead. Carbini crumples. More men pour in. It's a blur. Guns down. Hands up. Jack's team takes control. Louis is ushering people out, maybe to spare me the aftermath. I sit frozen, shaking. Everyone clears out, except Jack. He drops his weapon and walks to me. Kneels. Looks me over like he can't believe I'm real. My tears come fast and hot. I hold out my arms. He lifts me, holds me like I'm made of glass. Jack carries me to the car. He doesn't put me down. I sit on his lap the whole way, safe, loved. "Jesus, I could have lost you," he says, voice raw. I cling to his shirt, blood-stained and warm. His heartbeat pounds beneath my palms. I don't speak. I just let myself fall into him. The only thing I register is the call that tells us my dad is okay, at the hospital for the night being monitored. I exhale, thankful I don't have to worry about him. At least not tonight. We arrive. Jack tries to carry me into his place. I shake my head. I walk in on my own 2 feet. Once inside, I face him. "Thank you, Jack," I whisper. "You didn't have to come for me. Not after how I left." He pins me to the wall, kisses me. "I'd always come for you. Always," he says, his voice breaking. His hands roam to my waist, then my chest. I flinch, step back. "Are you hurt?" he asks, instantly serious. "Number just wet?" "Cold?" Relief washes over him. "Take a hot shower. I'll be out here. Anything you need, say the word." I nod. My heart is pounding. An hour ago, I thought I'd die. Now I have a chance. A moment. The truth is still ahead of me, and I don't know how he'll take it. But I'll tell him. I have to. If I lose him, I'll lose him honestly. Not because I stayed silent.
Chapter 24. Jack. When she stepped away, for a second I thought it was over, that she was retreating for good. But then she said she was just cold and dirty, and the tension in my chest cracked, releasing something I hadn't let myself feel all day. Relief. I never expected to hold her again. Not after what she'd just been through. But there she was, in my shower, not running from me. I stayed on edge, forcing my body to stay in check. I wouldn't rush her, wouldn't push. If she wanted space, I'd drive her to her dad's myself. She's alive, and that's enough. I'll take whatever version of her I can get. My jacket, shoes, and tie come off. Muscles that were ready for war start to unwind. With Carbini gone, the threat is over, for now. Then I see her, barefoot, damp hair, wearing one of my dress shirts, the hem brushing her thighs. I swallow hard. She smiles. She joins me on the couch, tucking a leg beneath her. Her scent, my shampoo, her skin, floods my senses. My self-control frays. "I love you," she says softly. "I should have told you long ago. I didn't. I was scared. And then today, you showed up like some kind of miracle." "I knocked," I reply, trying to lighten the mood. She laughs gently. "Still giving you credit. You saved me. Even after I walked away. Even after everything." Her words hit me harder than a bullet. She loves me. She says it out loud. I grip her calf, grounding myself. She leans in closer, warm and real. "We need to talk," she says. "I'll listen," I murmur. "In an hour. Maybe 2. She surprises me, again. Her fingers go to the buttons of my shirt, tracing a line from my neck to my belt. Every nerve ending wakes up. I kiss her, long and deep. Her skin responds under my touch. Her body familiar and changed. More curves, softer, stronger, more. She opens the shirt she borrowed. Her skin is flushed, her breasts fuller. I kiss her, savor her. But when I move lower, she catches my wrist. And then I see it. Her stomach, a small but unmistakable curve. She's pregnant. She places my hand there. The realization crashes over me. Joy, pure and intense, rises in me, but it's crushed almost instantly by rage. "Is that why you left?" I ask, voice sharp. "You found out you were pregnant and didn't tell me?" She flinches. Her face crumples. "I was scared. I found out the day we met at the diner. Then you got hurt. I panicked. I didn't want our baby in danger. I didn't want our child used against you." Her voice breaks. She curls into herself. "I know now. You're the only one who can protect us, Jack. I was wrong to keep it from you. I'm sorry. Please, please." She sobs into her hands, drowning in guilt. But I can't reach for her. I'm gutted. Betrayed. "You hid this from me," I say, cold. "You acted like you missed me. Let me think you still cared, when you'd already decided to cut me out." I stand. I can't look at her anymore. I need air. I need space. I need to not break something. I leave. The elevator ride down feels like a free fall into hell. I call my driver. I don't know where I'm going, but I can't stay there. I feel shot through the heart, mind, soul, and there's no one I can tell. Because the one person I trusted with everything was her.
Chapter 25. Serena. I tried to tell him, I really did. But then I let him kiss me, and that moment stole my resolve. I should have stopped him, made him listen. Instead, he figured it out himself, and the way he recoiled like I was some kind of monster, it shattered me. That look on his face will haunt me forever. It said everything. Disgust, betrayal, rage. I knew keeping the truth might cost me, and I still thought I was doing the right thing. For our baby. He walked out barefoot, didn't even grab shoes, just needed to be far from me. I force myself to get up, gather my soaked clothes from the bathroom. I grimace, putting the damp leggings and clammy t-shirt back on. His shirt stays behind, left neatly on the hook. Shoes on. Note written. I make my way downstairs, hoping to flag a cab and pay when I get home since I've got nothing on me. But as I step out of the elevator, the doorman is already walking toward me. "Miss Mayfield, there's a car waiting for you. Mr. Marino insisted you be driven wherever you need to go, safely." "Thank you," I whisper, barely keeping my tears back. He might be furious, might hate me, but he still made sure I got home safe. Even in the worst moment between us, he thought of that. The house is exactly how I left it. Dishes in the sink, curtains drawn. I toss my clothes in the trash without a second thought and take another shower. Hot and long. I throw on the loosest pajamas I own, curl into bed, and just exist. Number hollow. I can't sleep. I can't cry anymore. I just stare, wrecked. Tomorrow I'll have to pick up Dad from the hospital, call work, face life. But tonight, I cocoon myself in blankets and grief. Kaylee's call wakes me. "You okay, girl?" she asks, way too loud. "Barely," I murmur. "Well, not to alarm you, but the news just aired footage of Jack freaking Marino carrying you out of some warehouse like a knight in shining Armani. You were gonna tell me? Sorry, I croak, my voice raw. I'll forgive you if I get every detail. 1 second. I stumble to the bathroom and throw up before I can get another word out. I sit on the tile, shaking, and scroll through local news clips. Grainy footage on loop. Jack bursting out of a warehouse with me in his arms, my face hidden against him. 8 seconds. Over and over. Kaylee thinks it's romantic. To me, it's just the prelude to heartbreak. At work, I go through the motions like a ghost. Shower, eat, lie down, wake up. Repeat. I barely function. When I walk into the kitchen one morning, Dad's waiting. He looks like he's been rehearsing his speech. You've got some explaining to do, he starts. If you've seen the news or remember getting kidnapped, I'm pretty sure you've figured it out, I answer. He looks at me with that same old entitlement. Don't you think I deserve an explanation? Maybe an apology? Number, I'm sorry you were dragged into this, but I didn't cause that. I've patched you up, bailed you out, paid your debts. I've put school and life on hold over and over. That ends now. I stay standing, firm. I texted you a list of gambling recovery groups nearby. Pick one. Go every week. Get help. I'm working full-time and doing school. I'll finish my LPN before the baby arrives. I'll save a little and find my own place soon. If you want me out sooner, say so. Otherwise, that's the plan. I pour a glass of water and wait. His shoulders slump. He looks smaller, tired. I feel that old pull to make it okay, to apologize just to keep the peace. But I stay quiet. I have a child to protect now. I can't afford to be the daughter who tiptoes around her father anymore. You make all the rules now, he grumbles. I'm done with the guilt trip, I say evenly. You raised me, thank you, but I don't owe you my future. I gave up so much already. That's over. And the father? Why isn't he paying for any of this? Don't worry about it. And with that, I walk away. No more begging, no more pleasing. I'm moving forward, for me and for my baby.
Chapter 26. Jack. It takes me a couple of grueling days. 18-hour shifts, endless meetings, non-stop pressure, just to keep from falling apart. I bury the fury deep, pretend the hurt isn't clawing at me from the inside out, but it's there every time I stop moving. And with it, regret. Serena's carrying my child, and I yelled at her. I walked away. I let my ego, my bruised pride, decide how I responded to the woman I love. The woman who was terrified, who had been through hell and still tried to protect our baby. So now I'm here, parked across from the convenience store where she works, waiting. She steps out as her shift ends, and I roll the window down. Serena, I call softly. Her head snaps up, eyes wide. I can see the hesitation in her body. Still, she walks toward me. I get out fast and open the door for her. She studies me, like she's not sure this is real. And when she steps inside the car, I follow and shut the door behind us. We drive off slowly. I take her hand. I owe you an apology, I say. She blinks at me, surprised. I should have been someone you could come to, someone you could lean on. I didn't make you feel safe, and that's on me. You had every reason to be scared. You were alone, then kidnapped. And still, you fought through it all. I should have protected you better. I will. From now on, I will. She presses her lips together, her eyes swimming with tears. I'm sorry too, she whispers. I should have told you. I panicked. But when I saw you coming through that door, God, I knew you'd always protect us. I should have trusted you sooner. I left you, I say, guilt heavy in my chest. That won't happen again. I swear to you, Serena. I'll spend every day showing you what you mean to me, how much I love you, if you'll let me. She breaks then, clinging to me, crying into my shoulder. I hold her close, my hand stroking her back, soaking in every tremble of her body as it releases days of fear. "Let me make it right," I whisper. She lifts her head, tear-streaked but glowing. I kiss her, soft, deep, sure. Her lips part, answering mine with heat and hunger. My hands find her face, her neck, her chest, then I press them gently to the swell of her belly. I pull back slightly, breathless. "I need to ask you something." "Yes," she says immediately, breathless too. I smile, pulling a ring from my pocket. A diamond surrounded by rubies. Red, like the dress she wore the night we met. I had to include red. I can't forget the night you walked into Bettino's, ready to do anything to help your dad. That kind of loyalty, it wrecked me. You've had my heart since then. I want a future with you, Serena. You, me, and this baby. I want to protect you, build a life with you. Will you marry me?" She goes still, stunned. Then laughter bursts out of her. "Jack, did you really think I don't love you anymore?" She shakes her head, smiling through tears. "I've been crying over you every day, wishing I could take back every word, every mistake. I want this. I want you. This baby. Us." I grin. "So, that's a yes?" "Of course it's a yes," she laughs. I pull her in for another kiss, her laughter against my lips. "Tomorrow then?" I ask. "We could get married tomorrow." She tilts her head, teasing. "Why not today?" That gets me. Today works. I kiss her hand. "But first, I've got a surprise. Engagement gift." She lifts a brow. Jack, you just gave me a ring the size of a city block." "This is bigger," I tell her, grinning. "Way bigger."
Chapter 27, Serena. As soon as I step out of the car, I see it. A massive brick 2-story house, elegant and warm with more windows than I can count. I glance at Jack, eyes wide. "Did you buy a house?" "Not just a house," he says with a smirk. "A home. For us. It's in a secure gated neighborhood, top-of-the-line security, and there's a room upstairs perfect for a nursery. Overlooks the pool, which has a safety gate, of course, and it's right next to our bedroom." "We're going to live here?" I whisper, trying to keep up as he rattles off more features. "It's all too much." "Jack, stop," I say, laughing. He pauses, confused, until I reach up and kiss him. "Just show me." His grin spreads as he sweeps me up into his arms and carries me to the front door. Over the threshold, into a future that feels like a dream. The space is grand, flooded with light, but the real luxury is being with him, safe, loved, home. "What do you want to see first?" he asks. The pool sounds amazing, and I definitely want to start decorating the nursery. But right now, I'm thinking the master bedroom. He growls low in his throat and bolts up the stairs with me still in his arms. "No bed yet," he says once we reach the sunlit room. "We'll have to improvise." I recall you promising me a place to sit, your lap, your face, wherever I want, I tease, blushing. "Mine," he growls, mouth hot on my neck, hands in my hair. We fall into each other again, wild and breathless, lost in everything we've fought to reclaim, love, safety, and the future we're building. The rest of the day blurs like a whirlwind fairy tale. 3 stylists arrive speaking rapid French and set up a makeshift fitting room. Somehow, I pick a gown, ivory silk chiffon that hugs my belly just right. I don't know if it's the gown or Jack's gaze that makes me feel radiant. My dad arrives in a sharp suit. He looks at me with something close to awe. A photographer captures us arm in arm as harp music floats from the stairs. Jack waits at the bottom like something out of a movie, dangerous, polished, and completely mine. We marry at sunset in our new home. Lynette and Louis are our witnesses. There are flowers, soft vows, tears, and kisses. When Jack says, I, Giancarlo Marcello Marino, take you, Serena Lynn Mayfield, I nearly melt. The reception is at a stunning hotel ballroom packed wall to wall with Jack's family and crew. Everyone's dressed to the nines. Somehow, his assistant pulled off an entire wedding in hours, and it's perfect. He doesn't stop fussing over me, checking if I'm cold, if my feet hurt, if I need to sit. I just laugh. I've never felt so loved. Around 4 a.m., food trucks pull up, cupcakes, cotton candy, orange soda, and a full spread from my favorite bodega. A mariachi band starts playing in the blocked-off street, and the joy in the air is electric. I grab Jack's hand, place it gently on my belly. The baby shifts and flutters beneath his palm. He wants to dance, I say. I think he's a fan of the band. Jack beams, eyes bright with emotion. He leans in and kisses me. I think I love being married to you, mariachi band or not, and I can't wait to meet our baby. Epilogue, Serena. 18 months later. Standing tall on stage beside my classmates, I try to keep the nerves at bay. The college auditorium is buzzing with energy as the dean wraps up his welcome. Then the head of nursing steps up to the mic, her voice warm and proud as she begins talking about our group. I've come to know each of these students personally, she says. Launching this accelerated RN program has been a dream of mine, and seeing it come full circle with this first class means everything. These 8 graduates have juggled rigorous studies, clinicals, and demanding personal lives. One of them even went home after her licensure exam last month and baked her son's first birthday cake. She flashes a glance my way and I smile shyly. Pride swells in my chest, not just for finishing the program, but for doing it while raising a child and building a life. With her encouragement and Jack's constant support, I've made it. They call our names, hand out certificates, and pin us as official registered nurses. The applause rises to a roar, and I catch sight of Jack standing in the crowd, holding our son Lucas. He helps him clap his tiny hands, both of them beaming. I nearly lose it. As soon as the ceremony ends, I rush to them. Mama! Lucas squeals as I scoop him up. I cover him in kisses. You did it, Jack murmurs, kissing my forehead and then Lucas's hair. Was he good? I ask, smiling at our son. He was perfect. I might have bribed him with a cookie, though, Jack admits with a grin. I laugh. Fair trade. He laces his fingers through mine. So, dinner, dancing, sandwich from the bodega? Honestly, I just want to go home. There's no better place. Luke, Jack says, glancing at our son. What do you think? Should we take Mom to the beach for a little getaway? Lucas snuggles into my shoulder, already dozing off. I smile, brushing his hair back. I told you, I say softly. Home is my favorite place. Always will be. Jack nods, eyes warm. Good. That's exactly how I want it to stay. So what's next, Nurse Marino? Well, I say, pretending to think. I need to go shopping this week. Want to tag along? You mean help pick out outfits? Count me in, especially if it involves dressing rooms. Great, I say, sliding my hand over my belly, because we'll need someplace with a big maternity section. He pauses, stunned, then gently places Lucas in his car seat before turning back to me. His hands come up to frame my face. You're incredible, he whispers. Just tell me you love me. That part's easy, he says, kissing me. I love you. And I love you, I say. Now let's go home. The end.